Good morning. It's the very first Monday of the new year, and you're very warmly welcome to the news on TV3 Newday. My name is Na Ashoko, and now the headlines. Member of Parliament for Ayawaso East, Mahama Nasiru Ture, will be laid to rest today, Monday, 5th January, following his passing on Sunday. Minister for Government Communications, Felix Kwasi-Ofosu, says President Mahama has transformed Ghana's economy in his first year in office. And fraud and security consultant Richard Kumado urges the public to remain vigilant as cyber crimes increasingly exploit digital platforms across the country. And now, the details. The Member of Parliament for Ayawaso East, Mahama Nasiru Ture, will be laid to rest today, Monday, 5th January, following his passing at Korle Bu Teaching Hospital after a short period of illness. A family member told TV3 that the fourth-term lawmaker fell ill on the 25th of December and was rushed to the hospital for treatment. Joseph Armstrong was at the residence and spoke to some party members.
It is January 4th, 2026, and we are currently at the residence of the Member of Parliament for Ayawaso East, Honorable Nasa Mahama Ture, that is confirmed died this morning at the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital after a short illness. You are told that in December 25th, 2025, he fell ill and was rushed to the hospital. Unfortunately, this morning, he could not make it. You've seen family members, friends, and members of parliament trooping to the residence to commiserate with the family. I've seen the former national organizer of the NDC, who is also here. Let's get some thoughts and fond memories of the former member of parliament.
Honorable Nazar has been a very good friend. I'm sure that the wife and myself, when I was national organizer, he supported me a lot. And not only me, but even President Mahama. I remember when we have to go and meet him. Indeed, just about 2 weeks ago, I heard he wasn't well. I called him and I asked him whether he's okay. He said, oh, he was very fine. He was not well, but he's fine. Just for this afternoon, for me to get information that he's passed on. And any of you that knows Magnaza, a very humble person, a very, very humble person, and a good person, great person, somebody that loves the NDC. You know, he will leave everything for the NDC. It's a shock, bro.
I was a bit surprised because not too long we're in Parliament together. Though I know he has not been well, but I at least expected what has just happened. Because before we left, just last week or so, he was hale and hearty. You can see that, you know, but I mean, whatever happens is the will of God. So I cannot imagine his replacement, a big gap. We only pray that the good Lord will keep the constituency together, and then with his nature, his calmness, the way he takes, goes about his things, the rest would learn from him.
It's difficult for me to find words to express it. I mean, first week in the year, NASA will be irreplaceable. I mean, he was my colleague in Parliament. I served with him on one committee. I mean, the commitment for the job, and in all, well, he's a Muslim. We just have to thank Allah. Allah knows the best. We can't challenge the wish of Allah. May his soul rest in perfect peace, and may Allah give him a very befitting place.
It's a big loss for the party. It's one of the MP that have control in his constituency. Of all his primaries, was one of the hittest primaries. I thought that the coming elections would be easier for him for the way he controlled the constituency. But God knows the best.
He has been my friend. I've been coming here to visit him, and today he's no more. He's a very calm man, very quiet, and very, very humble.
So we are told the Member of Parliament for Ayawaso East, Nasa Mahama Ture, will be buried tomorrow at the Madina Cemetery, and members of Parliament are expected to pass through to pay their last homage to their colleague Member of Parliament. TV3 will bring you up to speed on subsequent developments. Joseph Armstrong, Go Dalibu, TV3, Accra.
And our hearts go out to the family and well-wishers. Now to more news. The Accra Regional Police Command have arrested 2 women who were seen in a viral video assaulting a 12-year-old girl at La JHS Roman School area. The incident reportedly occurred on Tuesday, December 30, 2025. The suspects, identified as Precious Giftan Mesope, age 22, and Princess Giftan Mesope, age 25, have been formally charged and are currently in police custody, assisting with investigations. A statement issued by the police on January 4, 2026, say that the incident was reported to the police by the mother of the victim, who appeared at the station with her daughter bearing visible marks of assault. After reporting to the police obtained her statement and issued a police medical report form to the victim for medical examination. And now, fraud and security consultant Richard Kumado is urging the public to remain vigilant as cyber criminals increasingly exploit digital platforms across the country. He's meanwhile calling for a year-round public education on cybersecurity.
Ghana saw a sharp rise in cybercrime in 2025, with reported cases jumping more than 50% compared to the previous year. The cost of individuals and businesses ran into millions of cedis in losses. Online fraud, cyberbullying, and blackmail remain the most common threats as Ghanaians increasingly transact and interact digitally. The Cybersecurity Authority and Ghana Police Service step up efforts to combat these incidents. From enhanced digital forensic units to public awareness campaigns. On 27th December 2025, 140 undocumented Nigerian migrants and a Ghanaian landlord linked to cybercrime activities in the country were arrested. The suspects are alleged to be involved in cyber-enabled financial crimes, including romance scams and sextortion. This was one of several arrests made last year to tackle cyber criminals across the country. For fraud and security consultant Richard Kumado, the public should exercise caution in their dealings to avoid becoming victims of cybercrime.
We also use online platforms for businesses and for personal interactions. I will urge them to do what we call social media due diligence, which is very important. Then they must also live a hygienic social media lifestyle, so that they will escape the threat from cyber criminals who might want to do profiling on them. But then again, if you are a small business or you are a commercial business and you will need help with the cyber security tools in the form of preventiveness, then you will need to speak to the Cybersecurity Authority and they will provide guidance in that regard. And for those of us or for many of our people whose vulnerabilities may be exploited, it is just proper you speak to the Cybersecurity Department at the Ghana Police Headquarters. And working together, I believe 2026 we can do much better than what we saw in 2025.
He called for year-round public education on cyber safety.
Each year in October is a cybersecurity month that all of us go out and provide cybersecurity education and create awareness on various platforms across the country. But it seems to me that to the extent that most of our people are coming online, and today most people live virtually their life online, education should be from January to December. But predominantly, people you meet online are not your friends. A stranger is not your friend. And that is why due diligence is key. And that is why hygienic social media lifestyle is key. And that is why when you lack clarity, you might want to seek professional help from the professionals or from the Cybersecurity Authority.
But what warning signs should people look for to quickly identify a scam before it's too late?
WhatsApp groupings that your number has been hacked is somebody asking you for money. you might want to find out to authenticate it before you send money. When they hack your email or they come through social engineering, then you might have a number of people asking you for friend requests or sending you unnecessary emails, and they're just setting a trap for you to fall in. It's also important to say that your offline activities have influence on what happens to you online. And so, as you live within the digital space, personal prudence is key, and social media due diligence is key, and financial due diligence in that regard is very key. Once you run into difficulty, speak to your bank, speak to your network provider, speak to the cybersecurity authority.
Experts say stronger cybersecurity practices, better education, and collaboration between government, private sector, and communities are crucial to protecting Ghanaians in 2026 and beyond.
Meanwhile, Senior Manager in charge of Computer Emergency Response Team at the Cybersecurity Authority, Isaac Socrates Mensah, has also been sharing what the public should do to keep safe.
Earlier editorial played, the first most important thing is we need to do a lot of due diligence online. We are basically considering the trends that we are seeing. You realize that we tend to trust a lot on the space or on the internet, and that also affects us a lot. So we need to do a lot of due diligence in the space. One of the things that we also need to do has to do with setting up two-factor or multi-factor authentication on our accounts. So for WhatsApp, for instance, you need to, aside your usual security that you've put in place, you need to ensure that you've put in place two-factor or multi-factor authentication. That also goes with all other online accounts that you have. Again, we should also limit our sharing on the internet space, especially on social media, because that also makes us a target. It gives indications to cyber criminals on what kind of social engineering tricks that can be played on you in order to get access to certain information or compromise you in these cases. The next thing also has to do with we need to also ensure that our privacy settings, especially when it comes to social media apps, we've gone through them and ensure that we've set up the necessary privacy on there as to who can view our posts, who has access to what on our space. These are things that we need to put out there.
And now, Minister for Government Communications, Felix Kwashiorkor, has said that President Mahama has transformed Ghana's economy in his first year in office. Speaking on hot issues with Kemini Amano, the minister said President Mahama's government has significantly reduced the cost of living with improved indicators of the economy.
That we've acquitted ourselves quite well. And it is fairly easy to measure this sort of performance. You just need to look at where the country was barely a year ago and where we are today. And I think that any objective analyst, any objective observer would agree that the country is in a much better position than it was when we took over power. There are many things that you could look at. Look at the economy, for instance. And the economy is important because that was the single most important item for the Ghanaian voter when they went to the polls barely a year ago. All the things that you use to measure the performance of an economy are pointing in the right direction. Today, the biggest problem that people had, which was an ever-rising cost of living, has been significantly mitigated. There's evidence of reduction in the cost of living through the reduction in prices. The depreciation of the currency, which was a perennial problem and was one of the things that used to worry our economy the most, has been brought under control, such that for the first time in as many years that I can remember, the city is going to appreciate, is going to record an annual appreciation of close to 30%. And if you consider the fact that barely a year ago, the city had lost about 27% of its value, you find that we've made significant progress in that regard. And this has led to a lowering of prices across many sectors. Look at the energy sector, for instance. Today, fuel is selling much cheaper than it was when we took over. Indeed, if you compare the situation to exactly a year ago, you find that the price of fuel has come down substantially. It has translated into lower transport fares than before. Inflation
is at 6.3%. There's every indication that it may even come down further. Interest rates, when we came in, interest rates were hovering around 30%. Today is between 15 and 18%.
The fire outbreak at the Kaswa New Market has been completely extinguished. The incident destroyed an unspecified number of metallic and wooden stalls, along with their contents, mainly food items. Through the swift and professional efforts of the Ghana National Fire Service personnel, thousands of stalls were salvaged, preventing a total loss. Thankfully, no casualties were recorded. Meanwhile, fire tenders from Kaswa and Swedro remain on standby at the scene to address any possible reignition. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. And now the president of Imani Africa, Franklin Kujo, has raised concerns over a reported $214 million loss in the gold board system, calling for transparency and better safeguards in Ghana's gold trading operations. In a Facebook post, the Imani president said, having followed the Gold for Oil and Gold Board programs, it's clearly significant and lessons have been learned by the current government to avoid repeating past mistakes. He also commended the Bank of Ghana, the Finance Ministry, and the Gold Board for their efforts. However, he stressed that the structure of the current Gold Board system inherently exposes the country to transactional losses during the conversion of dollar to cedi and vice versa in gold purchases. According to him, understanding how, when, and with whom these losses occurred is critical. Kujo called on the Bank of Ghana to explain how the $14 million loss happened and what measures will be taken to prevent similar occurrences in the future. And now the over 200,000 delegates of the main opposition, New Patriotic Party, will in a little over 3 weeks decide who leads the party in 2028. Ahead of that, the Vice President of Imani Africa and lawyer Kofi Bentil believes Dr. Bawumia, who has been loyal to the NPP for almost 2 decades, stands tall among the 5 candidates. There's more in the following report.
In a little over 3 weeks, the New Patriotic Party NPP presidential primaries will decide who leads the party into the 2028 general election. The January 31 primaries will be contested by former MP of Asen Central, Ken Ohene Japan, and former Agric Minister and Member of Parliament for Abetifi, Dr. Brian Champon. The race will also feature former Vice President and 2024 presidential candidate Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, former Education Minister and MP for Bosomtwe, Dr. Yao Ose Edichum, and former General Secretary Kwabena Eje Japan. Ahead of that, the Executive Director of Global Info Analytics, Musa Dankwa, has been explaining findings from his latest survey, which still puts former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ahead.
55.8 said they would have preferred Bawumia to lead, and 28.2 said Kennedy Ohene Ajepo. 6.2 Dr. Brian Achampon, 5.5 Dr. Yao Ose Edichum, and 4.3 Engineer Kwabena Ajepo. This is the public decision, not delegate decision.
Speaking on the key point, CEO of the National Petroleum Authority, NPA, Godwin Eduji Tamaklu, says the decision to hold the New Patriotic Party NPP presidential primaries before electing new national executives was a ploy to favor the former Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. He added that this move effectively gave an advantage to Dr. Bawumia in the race.
President Akufo-Addo is a very crafty, smart politician and had built the infrastructure for Bawumia in 2023. So the very moment his other opponents decided that let's allow him to be elected flag bearer before we even do branch, constituency, regional, national elections, that was the day They surrounded the election.
For Vice President of Imani Africa and private legal practitioner Kofi Bento, the former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is ahead of all the contenders in the MPP flag bearership race. Kofi Bento added that Dr. Bawumia has built his career and public trust over the last 20 years.
Who doubts in their right analysis that Dr. Bawumia is head and shoulders above all of them? You need to appreciate that in perspective. That a man stays in the front for about 20 years, manages to be who he has been for 20 years, okay? Manages to be part of the government which was just voted out, okay? And still is the most popular. It should tell you something about the quality of that man.
Former Member of Parliament for Asante Achim North, Andy Kwame Apiakubi, believes Dr. Briani Champong could cause an upset in the MPP primaries.
I see depreciation in the figures of the other two.
The two, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Kennedy Champong.
From one polling that I'm privy to, and all heading towards Dr. Brian Champong. We've done some profiling, giving us very comfortable figures. Suggestive of Dr. Brian Champong winning as a surprise candidate. Very sure that the next results coming from Musa will capture the trend, the new trend.
As the countdown to January 31 continues, and with the various campaigns winding down, all eyes remain on the MPP presidential primaries, the first by one of the two major political parties ahead of the 2028 general elections. Will it be one round victory, or will delegates force the race into a second round? The delegates who vote on January 31 will ultimately decide.
And that's it for the morning news on TV3 Newday. I'll be back with the rest of the team for the rest of the show, TV3 Newday. Until then, have a wonderful working day. Goodbye.
It was a great
belated
time.
birthday wishes.
Thank you, and you wish me as well. So that's a good thing. It's not very often you give me good tidings. So that's a good.
Oh, Roland, that's not true. I mean, when I woke up in the morning, I was offline
Propaganda
most of the
no
day.
good, though.
But when I came on, I saw these fine pictures of Roland Walker. Roland, I've never seen photo shoot pictures of you, which are not pictures by Media General.
Oh no, that's not true.
I'm saying me.
I do
have
them
never
all the time.
seen.
I think
you
each birthday of mine, I do a shoot.
I have never
and
seen.
I put
you
at
do
least
a
one
shoot.
on air.
No, I saw this series of pictures. So like in one outfit, another outfit, like looking really
It's
fine.
Shadrach and Cookie.
Yo, you look so fine.
Yeah.
And I did not know it was your birthday.
Photoshop, yeah. You know when they do the thing, then they use the brush. Then they use a brush to take away the wrinkles.
It was your 40th birthday.
No.
Happy birthday, Roland.
I'm past 40.
Oh, you're past 40.
Yeah. I know you want to discuss.
I would never have thought. I mean, look how fresh. Can we see a close-up of Roland Walker's face?
Bloggers go take me on.
So fresh, Roland.
Anyway, thank you for joining us.
You have to share your skincare routine.
And
look at his skin.
I have no skincare routine. You're lying.
Wow, Roland.
And let me thank everybody else who wished me, including...
Talking. You know, good life actually contributes to healthy, beautiful skin.
No, it's about
it's a good life.
You're suffering, but if you make
Look
a deliberate effort
Roland.
to forget your
suffering. You know no suffering.
I know
You're
suffering.
a very beautiful young man.
I know suffering. I know suffering.
But belated birthday wishes.
And let me tell
I hope you had a good
everybody.
day.
I did.
What did you do?
There was a surprise breakfast that was organized for me by Chairman Godwin Tamaklo of the
Wow.
Rates Group. Very surprising.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know about it. So
Wow.
they waited for
Where
me
was
to
it
get
organized?
Alisa Hotel in Tema.
Oh.
And they waited for me to get dressed up alongside everybody else.
And how come I wasn't invited? Members only?
It was a surprise. So they...
And they didn't think to invite me?
Yeah. So they waited for me to bath, to try to wear what I wanted to wear for the day because I had some hustles to go through. And it was a surprise breakfast. I really enjoyed it. Chairman Godwin Tamaklo, your wife,
So who was there if I wasn't invited? Who was invited?
Oh, just some few friends.
So that I would know where to direct my
you don't live in Tema, so it's difficult
so it's for Tema
us to...
people only?
Yeah,
basically.
I see. Basically.
Well, thank you, Chairman Godwin Tamaklo, for giving our favorite... Of the Rates Group. For giving our favorite boy a lovely
It was a delight.
Surprise.
And I also had a delightful jollof.
Okay.
By Delights, and then the sister Philly Godo as well, and Michael Asari also. They gave me some nice jollof after the day's hustle as well, and I had some drink at the end of the day.
And your birthday outfits, you should give shout to.
Yeah, this one. This one is by Elizabeth. This is what I use for the shoot.
Elizabeth. Yes.
Yeah.
This was the shoot.
I use
and
this.
I like the way you turn, you cheer your body.
You know when you're an old man, you can't be sounding like Gen Z. So
Roland, I like the way you turn to one side. So the
styling is not styling.
But I knew the photographer told you just turn this way, and then and turn your head this way.
Actually, I never obeyed the routine of the.
It was the pictures were really nice.
Yeah,
so.
I thought they could have come out better, but I was
they
also
were really
in a hurry.
nice. You look so handsome.
Okay. And I have to thank Shadrach, Anita, and the rest.
To think they were not even edited.
They were edited.
Nice pictures.
Photoshopped.
Are you sure?
They were edited.
Well, I should say, Chairman Godwin Tamaklo. So, first, I've got some shouts to give out. Shouts going out to Superintendent Daniel, I beg your pardon, Superintendent Dennis Osei, Superintendent Aminu Adams, ASI Divine Jethro, ACIO 1 Ebenezer Boating, and Officer Aka at the Aflao border. I met these amazing young men. In fact, the entire team, the immigration team at the Aflao end of the Ghana-Togo border, I met them over the weekend. Amazing team, very professional. I've had so many conversations about the border. If you try to cross the border, it could be chaotic and so on.
Which border exactly?
The Aflao border. Aflao. All right. So I visited the border over the weekend, and I watched the immigration team work from a distance even before I approached. Their professionalism helping travelers cross the border, helping women and children.
So you went to Togo?
So yes, I crossed over.
Then we're getting some great content because I'm always on your TikTok 24/7.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. I can't wait to share with all of you. But I just want to big up the immigration team and the leadership of the immigration team who work at the Aflao border. God bless you for the good work that you're doing for Mother Ghana.
Is laughing at you. You're struggling
and they said that I should tell you that the shout-outs that you give to Chairman Godwin Tamaklo is an expectation they have when they watch TV3 Newday. So when you don't give shouts to him, they wonder why.
Let me thank Chairman Godwin Tamaklo and then Chairman Prosper as well. Chairman Prosper is with Proselyte Group of Companies as well as Smart Shipping. Great man. Also gave me an awesome gift as well. And I have to thank you, Chairman Prosper Lechu. Great man by all standards. Chairman Yakubu,
so shouts to all the good people that we give shouts to on the show. It's because of the good work that you're doing, and we appreciate you. Shouts to Officer Aka, also an immigration officer at the Plau border. He was amazing.
You started well, and now you are saying Apau.
I'm trying, Roland. I'm trying. And also to His Excellency Infojo, the Ghana ambassador,
Captain retired Infojo.
Yes, Captain retired.
You know that.
Yes, I know. Yes, so I actually was visiting
because
him.
of that.
So so Ambassador Captain retired.
Did she go with you?
Fojo. No, she didn't.
Okay.
She's anti-so.
He's a great man.
Amazing.
All the people of Ho, they know Captain retired Fojo very well.
Amazing, and I can't wait to tell you, Roland,
Ambassador
the experience
Infojo
that I had. Ambassador Infojo. God bless you for the good work you're doing for Ghana and for flying.
And everybody
the
has
flag of Ghana
wished me the Takwa. Is it division or no district command officer? That's is it ASP or DSP Gruzninski? Wish you all the best. Hey,
that's the sideways. That's the sideways picture. See, that's the sideways picture. Just turn to the side and bring your head. Turn your head around.
This one is semi-Gen Z style.
It looks like AI.
Yeah, this one I was laughing.
It's like you just use AI to change your outfit.
Yeah, no, I didn't. It's the same.
Is it the same wristwatch you're wearing, or you kept changing the watch?
No, not the same. Not the same. Wow. Shame on all of you who want to catch me on the grip.
Wow. See, this picture was unawares. It was in between.
And this one too is nice.
But you didn't change the pose, Roland.
No.
There's this one where he was holding a stool. That's my favorite picture.
I'm too stiff.
Can we see the one that he was holding a stool? He was holding a black stool.
This one too was nice.
There's this one that you were holding a black stool, and I said,
black stool. It's not a stool.
It's a stool.
It's a chair.
It's a chair.
It's a chair.
What's the difference?
That's what I'm sitting on.
You start on it.
It's like a bar chair or a bar stool.
It's a stool, Roland. No. Because I saw you holding a stool.
People are complaining. Justice Awute says you are Christian Adinkra of the Ghana National Association. Says that the way you're teasing me. Mubarak Osman says that they don't like it.
That's the stool. That's the one. That's the stool.
Chairman William Kokoti Riches says that the way you're doing is so nice. Mr. Mike Aflu, who is the board chair for
what's a picture?
Financial Intelligence Center, says that your remarks are derogatory.
Oh, how?
No, I'm telling you.
Roland, there's a song for this post. I want to share
also
with you.
Itakwa says that.
Roland, you know there's a song for like fine boy pictures like this?
No, this one is AI.
Let me sing it for you.
AI makes it
Area
difficult.
Fine boy.
That's right.
Wouldn't buy the toy.
That's right.
Wouldn't mama the joy.
That's right.
And man feel it coy. Wow, what a picture. So beautiful. So beautiful. So beautiful.
No,
I love it.
Is that the end of the rap?
That's just a part of the rap. That's a part of the rap, you right? So just nod your head while I go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Area fine boy.
Yeah.
Wouldn't man a toy. Wouldn't man a joy.
I tell you.
A man feel it coy.
That's why it's Achame Kwame, right?
Achame Kwame.
I remember.
Love it. But
Gen Zs will not know this.
Oh, they wouldn't. They would. But belated birthday wishes to you, Roland.
Oh, you wished me. So
we love
it
you
can never
so
be belated.
much, and we hope that this year God blows your mind in Jesus' name. All the things that you're working so hard for, may He grant it to you 1,000-fold. And when the year ends, may you laugh. Deep, joyful laughter from the pit of your stomach, because it's been a good year.
Yeah,
Amen.
and the Dalai Lama quote is there.
Amen.
This one, I've seen it before, Shadrach. Choose to be optimistic, it feels better. Are you bringing it back because of me? Shadrach is our lead producer.
All right, well, back to the matter. Today's the first Monday of the year 2026. We hope you're starting off the working week with all of the vim and confidence you need. We hope that you have a very productive working week. They say the way you start will determine the way it ends, but I don't know if I 100% subscribe to that, but I subscribe to giving every day your very best. So if you're returning to work today, wear something nice, you know, go to work with the right attitude, with the right spirits to make a difference.
The joy, yeah.
Exactly, make a difference where you are, right in the corner where you are. But we started the new year watching a very disturbing video that we saw on social media, Roland, you saw it, of a girl being lashed very mercilessly by...
Unfortunately,
by two women.
The videos and pictures are gruesome.
Very disturbing.
So we cannot show them,
yes.
but it just speaks volumes about...
But a lot of Ghanaians have seen the video, you know, of this girl. She was held, restrained by one female adult, and the other was lashing her, and there was a third woman who also appeared to be helping. Now, there's something that's happening now on social media where when videos of abuse are posted and the Ghana Police Service is tagged, they act very swiftly. And we must commend the Ghana Police Service for doing this. We've seen this consistently, at least over the last few months, that whenever there's a video of abuse, and to those who are able to record these videos, we commend you too. Okay. When you see something, you must do something. And now the doing is the recording, and Ghana Police Service is tagged and they act very swiftly. We heard that the Ghana Police Service has picked up two of the females, and they're just 25 and 22 years old.
Doing
just 25 and 22
abusing.
years old. Well, they have been picked up by the Accra Regional Police Command. And while this is a touchy subject, because when we talk about abuse, we often, you know, think about it in terms of older people. When children are lashed or whipped, it becomes a touchy subject because we often say, well, our parents beat us up and we turned out all right. Well, our teachers beat us up and we turned out all right. But when you see whipping and lashing of this nature, it begs the question, is it time we re-looked or reconsidered lashing and whipping as a form of correcting children?
Yeah.
Where do we draw the line? How much is too much? How much is acceptable to us as a people? Culturally, if we say that, you know, corporal punishment is a way to correct children, is it still a way to correct children on the back of, you know, videos like this? And this is just one of the very few situations we've seen, even growing up, where children have been lashed to the extent that they have had marks on their bodies, which they still have. Some children have been injured, their eyes and so on, because they were whipped and lashed. And this is a conversation that we need to have again. On the back of the video that we saw, this is just a little bit of the video. We can't show you. But
this is a ripping.
No, this was the beginning.
No.
This was just the beginning. It went on for a very long time, and the lashes were not on one part of her body, as we have seen, like on the buttocks or in the palms, but it was just everywhere: her back, her face, her stomach. It went on for too long.
But our parents used to beat us this way.
Exactly.
It's not that I'm defending this, but...
Exactly. So that's one of the things that we often hear, that our parents beat us this way and we turned out all right. And statements like that. But really, my parents didn't beat me this way. You know, my parents didn't beat me this way. And the school that I went to, our teachers didn't beat us this way.
That's why I'm an old
You
man.
understand? But, you know, even if your parents beat you this way, is it right? Is this the way to properly correct a child? What are we teaching the children?
Well, there are new ways and methods that you psychologically correct children.
Yes.
And these have been documented, practiced over time. They've become the norm now. Started from the West, and it's now a part of our society. So I guess this is only engendering the debate about this sort of punishment.
And you are 22 years old. Like, how?
And you already know that this has been abolished in our schools, and it's and if you speak to teachers, they'll say, well, the old ways were good, but we also know that counselors and psychologists have over time been able to undertake research that also tend to link a certain type of behavior and growth in children to this sort of beating that they call abuse.
Yeah, this is violence against children.
It's again beginning or reigniting the debate, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know.
And a lot of adults who say they turned out all right after being beaten like this. The question is, did you really turn out all right?
Did
you really turn out
I
all
don't
right?
understand. Are you saying they didn't turn out all right? They claim that they turned out all right.
We think that we're okay. We don't really pay attention to our mental health as much as we ought to.
As a society.
So some of the trauma that you might have experienced might lead to some behavioral traits and patterns that you have now that you just might not be aware of. You know,
that's true.
Some people are just generally apprehensive of everything, constantly in fear of danger. Something is going to happen. Something is going to happen. People are just plain wicked. In fact, the two ladies who beat up this girl like this, you know, their childhood, we need to be interested in the sort of childhood that they had to make them think that it's okay to beat up a child this way. And to think they're 22 years old and 25 years old. They're quite young. You know, they're quite young. So this is quite surprising to me. But I think we should activate the phone lines and just find out from you. If you've seen this video, or at least we've shown you part of it, what do you make of this? Is it a good time for us to reconsider lashing as a form of correcting children? And just, you may share some of your own experiences as well and how it's affected you as an adult when we activate the phone lines for this morning on TV3 Newday. But what do we have on the issues today?
We know that Mark Nazar, the late Member of Parliament, has passed on. So we have another by-election. There's one hanging in the air. We're talking Pandai, so to speak, and then this one as well. So we want to discuss that. And generally, Kofi Bentil had been of the view that if such a by-election should happen, the party that is occupying that parliamentary seat should be given the option as part of his own proposition for the constitutional reforms. Of course, it's not part of the committee's report currently, submitted by H. Kwesi Prempeh, the Prof. But we'll see how we go about that. So I want to discuss that, what kind of person he was, etc. What type of development did he bring to his people? And subsequently, we also want to take a look at the United States of America and their president leading the charge, going to Venezuela and then capturing a sitting president.
Abducting.
Okay. What kind of conundrum does it present to the United Nations? Are there any articles or convention, not only of the UN, etc., that have been flouted? And then also, if we go to the Security Council, will those top countries have always had the veto powers, you know, the superpowers, what would they think about it? So far, we haven't had much reaction from China and Russia. The other strong, but the UK...
But we've had a reaction from Ghana.
Yeah, yes, of course.
Yes.
And then the UK says that, you know, almost like acceptable. It's been condemned in certain spheres as well. But want to discuss that generally. What does it mean for a sovereign state to have their president abducted, so to speak? And you say it's okay, I said capture, you say abducted.
I said it's an abduction. They entered the country in the night, turned off the electricity, took the president and his wife.
And then that's all.
And I guess they will have a lesson on public international law and whether
for me the World Cup is coming, so I don't want to speak against the US allowed to because I want to be in the US for the World Cup.
So I guess we will. I look forward to that discussion. I'm really looking forward to it. I was listening to Trump the other night when he described with great pride, you know, and the unprecedented nature of the capture. You know, in the middle of the night, you know, we turned off all the lights, you know, because we have the ability to do so. And I thought this will open up discussions on, you know, sovereignty of states and whether, you know, the U.S. can do this. It's not the first time, right? I think it's happening. It's happened before. So we look forward to that discussion, Roland, very, very eagerly. But let's hear from you this morning on the video of the child being beaten in that manner and the subsequent arrest of two of the adults involved in that whooping. All right, it's time for this morning. and it's time for This Morning. The phone lines are active. We want to hear from you. Let us know what you make of that video that we saw that's gone viral, the subsequent arrest of the two of the three adults involved, and your position really on lashing of children as a way of correcting them. You may share some experiences you have, and let us know how it's affected you, if it has at all. But it's a new year, and it's a good time to start making some money. January is probably the most difficult month financially for a lot of us, and so we want to soften the punch that January is probably bringing to you. Since you spent your January money, by the 20th of December, it was finished. How you are going to get through to the end of the month it's a question for the gods.
And I always say that January is 75 days. It becomes even harder on the 10th. Charlie, it becomes harder on the 10th of January.
Ever since 31st night, we are now on the 5th. Ache Papa. But hey,
a lot of school fees to pay.
Oh, they are going to school tomorrow, isn't it? Well, you can get some money here on the show. We are going to help you, just give you some money to soften the hardships that January presents to you. Dial *439# if you're on MTN or Telecel. Dial now. *439#.
I love that.
Dial now.
Dial now.
Okay. And play at least 40 times. Yeah, take your last, last. And play with us. *439#. And win some money on the show today, tomorrow, till the end of the month, so that you can sort your urgent 2K people out. All right? Dial now and win big on the show. We're joined on the phone lines now by Abdul. Good morning, Abdul.
Good morning, and good morning to Roland.
Thank you. Good morning.
Happy New Year to the Newday team at TV3.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Abdul, what do you make of that video that we played just now?
Yes, so it's unfortunate that at this day and age, people still think that they will have to, mete out this kind of punishment to correct a child. Yes, I agree with Roland, late 70s, 80s, our days, yes, fine, it is past. What is happening today with the children, you will have to appeal to their conscience. You will have to speak to their minds and their hearts and show them the positive way. If you start showing them, power and, punishment, meting out some kind of pain, it forever remains in their mind. And what we have observed is that children these days don't forget. And because they don't forget, if you show this, you show a child this kind of treatment, it's going to be in their mind and to affect their development. So those of us who had received this kind of treatment, we need to drop it. This is not the time. This time, you appeal to the child, you talk to the child, you appeal to the mind of the child and show him, between this and this, which is good, do not do this again. Just have that patience. Appeal to their mind. And if you continue to punish them this way, you throw them off board, and it will be difficult to manage them.
All right. Abdul, thank you so much for the call. We appreciate it. You can also call us. Let us know what your thoughts are. Hajia has just joined us on the phone lines. Hello, Hajia.
Yes, my dear sister. Good morning.
Good morning. Great to have you, Hajia.
Good to have you too. Happy New Year.
Many happy returns to you. What do you make of that video that we just played?
That video is not the best. It's not good. But yes, let's not forget, correcting a child with a cane, it's not forbidden. No. It's in Quran, it's in Bible. You know that. The Bible, the Ashanti verse of the Bible, if you read, I don't know which verse, but it says that Jinie bata abofraku maso. It's in Saba, not the Jinienu Ifriho. In Quran, it is said that train your child with salat, which is prayer, at 7. At 10, when they don't agree to do the salat the way you want, they feel lazy to do it. Cane them. So you see, caning in Islam and in religion, it's not a bad thing. But it is the way people do it. That is why now this human rights, and excuse my language to say, even it gets to animal rights, because the rights, many of them are not the best. They don't even follow the teachings of God to humans. This right. If not, caning is not bad. But the way some people cane, some people out of, I don't know what, if it is out of depression or what, they will cane a child to the extent that, and you see, every child has, every human being has two instincts. One will teach you to do the good thing, and the other one will teach you to do the bad thing. If you follow child doing a wrong thing and you cane the person to the point of that bad thing that the child did, you might kill the person. In fact, so parents and teachers must please take time when training a child or even giving child a corporal punishment like this. In fact, when you overdo it, some of us, they cane us found in our life. But it has strengthened us and strengthened us. Not like this today's children. They say we shouldn't change them, we shouldn't beat them. And these children, sister, you will talk till your BP will go high and you die and leave the child. Some person who didn't suffer for the child will come and take him and be monitoring him. That one will even not come on social media for anyone to see. So in fact, if you have your child, you can train the person, beat the person small, but beating too much is too much. Let me end by telling the president that this kind of things must be taken care of in this country now. It is getting out of hand. It lets a lot of children don't want to go to school because of some teacher is too much hot on the children. But if not, me, my children at school, I go to their teachers. I tell them, when the child falls, beat the person small. Don't say if you beat him, I will come and fight. But don't overbeat. Me, I tell my children's teachers that when they do anything wrong, if you know the way you train your child, train them like that for me. But don't overdo it.
Okay.
That one I do.
All right.
So
Thank
please,
you so much, Hajia.
Let's all take caution on this. Thank you so
Hajia.
much.
Appreciate your call. You can also call us. The phone lines are displayed on the screens. We have a caller joining us from Tamale, Roland.
Well, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling? Which area in Tamale are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Full. My name is Laiha.
Okay. What do you make of this incident?
Happy New Year to you and Happy New Year to man.
Okay. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm very, very sad this morning.
Mm.
And see women who have ever given birth hold a child to cane the child this way. What wrong has the child done to deserve this cane? At the end of the day, when you get to realize what you are accusing the child of, it's not true. What are you going to do to the child?
Mm.
What kind of apology will you apologize to the child to erase this trauma, this torture from the child's brain? This is so sad. I think Ghana laws must be strengthened. And there are so many of such beating incidents all over the country, especially in this family. Last week, for instance, the cops one boy who went to visit his classmate at her house. And they said the boy went sleeping with the girl. The tight big boy beat him mercilessly. At the end of the day, it was false. So incidents like this, there shouldn't be waste of time in processing court this, court that. They should just go through whoever is wrong. They're supposed to keep the person for others to learn lessons from that.
All right, thank you. And thank you for your comments as well. So we have other comments also coming through, but the phone lines are still open. Let me say, okay, we have another caller now.
Yes. Alaji.
No.
Alaji, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to Pataru. Tell me,
Wula. Gambian.
All right.
When you look at that, some people, you ask yourself question, why did you do this? But let me not forget, yesterday we lost our MP. May he rest in peace, because we talk against the people in high school, different in the MP. So that we think we take a new by election. And after that one, I feel prepared. So I think I'm fine. Let's ask ourselves questions. How we get into ourselves? Because in our members of parliament, if we think, I think that's this thing. But let me give you the topic of the video. Sometimes when you look at that, you need to see the video. Just cause this kind of feeling. Because you can beat yourself and you win. But not too much. If you do it too much, they need to arrest you. Just think how you think her. And she will do the right thing. But if you do it over, I think human rights will come out of the need. But human rights sometimes we sit in our rights. Because I also have my rights. So I can tell my son how to do the good thing. Like me, if my son is in it doesn't matter. He come and tell me how it is. Because of one, I believe in the discipline. I believe in the discipline. But not too much of the discipline. If they do it too much, it means that it can not do anything what are you doing? You to be safe.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Alaji. We appreciate the call. Edward is joining us now from Cape Coast. Hello, Edward.
Hello.
Edward, great to have you. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. In fact, I outright condemn the thing being inflicted on the child. Being a mother or whatever you are ladies, you can equally conceive 9 months and bring forth a child in that month. Then you include this kind of thing. Yes, though the Bible says that we should train up the child in the way of eternal, so that when he or he is grown, will never depart from that path.
Yeah.
However, the kind of treatment being meted out to this kind of offenses, I don't know the degree of the offense. However, it doesn't merit this kind of punishment. By the way, when we come to the training of the child, no one is wiser than God. God says that we should train up the child, as I quoted first. But these people who thought they are wise, they can bring up policies so that the children will also deviate is also incorrect. Me, I'm a teacher. And looking at the situation, let's see a farmer who went and cleared a forest to plant good seed. And you allow the good seed to germinate and grow with the wheat. When the wheat chokes the good seed that you have planted, that it will not bear the good fruit that you are expecting. So sometimes the policy formulated are also the cause. Once you are trying to prevent the parents or the teachers from bringing up the child in the right way, sometimes if this has been done out of sight of the public, will you be able to know that this has been lifted out to a child? It is done in a closed door. So I felt that the policy formulators are also part of the situation.
Okay.
And the second one, those who have to equally bring up the child or the children, they should be very careful the kinds of
the punishment they meted out, because this is going to engrave in the child's brain forever until the child comes out. Now, when it comes to the Europeans, because they said that the African child is very intelligent, so they want to find means of way to suppress our development. So they can formulate any kind of policy, and when you go to copy it blindly and come and implement on our land, we have a free range system in Africa. So if you allow your children to go anyhow, they will deviate. They will not become very useful at all.
Okay.
Therefore, I will advise policy formulators, especially African leaders, to be very careful at the kinds of policies they try to bring to Africa.
Okay,
the
Edward.
African child needs a proper training.
Okay, Edward.
If you are not, especially the boys, I told you I'm a teacher, and when you are in a school and you allow the children to behave anyhow, know that definitely they are the future holders of this nation.
All right. Thank you, Edward. We appreciate the call. And Osman has just joined us. Hello, Osman.
Madam, good morning.
Morning, Osman. Great to have you.
Thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity. Good morning to Mr. Roland, and then happy belated birthday to Mr. Roland. And then happy New Year as well to every Ghanaian who is listening to our channel.
Okay.
And to the NDC leadership across the country, more especially those in the region. Chairman Adolf, who is also the regional minister, and then to my boss, Ali Burma, and to Prince Bashayo, and to the entire crew. I wish you all a happy New Year. And, I pray for, long life for every Ghanaian who is listening to us. I think this issue that has to do with the assault, I think it's quite unfortunate. A situation whereby you can get assault 12-year-old, child like this in this way, public way, I think it's quite unfortunate. So the question I ask is that what happens to our laws in this particular country? Because someone will just fill a code, just a code, and then that particular person will be rotting in a jail. Look at someone assaulting, abusing this particular young child like this. So I will appeal to our leadership. They should expedite the laws and let the laws take on their course. Because assault of this nature, it can abuse the child. Imagine killing the child like this, and then they kill the sensitive part, the sensitive part of the child. It is just going to hurt the child, especially the eye. Imagine if they kill the eye, and then the eye got something. So I am appealing to our leadership. They should try as much as possible, and then expedite our laws so that the laws will take on their course. Even in our tradition, if you are killing somebody, then somebody came across, madam, I'm telling you that just because of that particular person, you need to stop it. Then look at what is happening. I think it's quite unfortunate. But I have a problem. Why will you close their faces? Because that particular barbaric act, is quite unfortunate. They should be exposed. Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you, Osman. I appreciate the call. And now, if you're looking for a world-class university, well, there's one right here in Ghana. It's called Rosebank International University, a strong South African university and a brand of ADV Tech Group, Africa's largest private education provider, with 146 schools across 5 African countries, over 100,000 learners, partly owned by the World Bank through the IFC. Rosebank International University is fully accredited by the South African Qualifications Authority, the British Accreditations Council, GTech in Ghana, City Guilds UK, and Capsicum Culinary Studio. At the Rosebank International University, we offer a Doctorate of Business Administration, MBA, Masters of Science and Master of Philosophy in Digital Marketing, Bachelor of Supply Chain Management, Targeting Professionals, Forwarding, Customs, and more. We offer hospitality and culinary arts available at diploma, undergraduate, and postgraduate levels. Our ICT has BSc Information Technology in Business Systems, and IT computer application development, all carefully designed to equip you with the skills and qualifications needed for a successful global career. Our mission is simple: inspiring excellence, and admissions are now open for January 2026. Visit our modern campus at Airport Commercial or Perbia House, Accra, or apply online at www.riuc.edu.gh. Rosebank International University, building global citizens.
Again, all the big issues we'll be discussing. What potentially is there? We have a runoff coming off, but subsequently, following the demise of Magnaza, the Member of Parliament, also means that there are bigger issues for the constituency. But what are the dynamics of us? We'll be discussing that. It's the birthday of Chiamigan Apeke Luchu III. You are the Chiamigan of the Awudome traditional area, Awudome Anyirawa. Say happy birthday to you. And it's coming from everybody else, Chairman Prosper Luchu, NS Luchu as well, everybody else in the family, including Professor Aku as well. They all love you. That is Chiamigan Apeke Luchu III, the Chiamigan of the Awudome traditional area. It is your birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Chiamigan. And then also Mejina Kwesi has sent us this message. I believe that in Ghana, we're often confused discipline with mentorship. Many people think that when you beat a child, that child will change. But beating only creates fear. It does not teach understanding or responsibility. It continues that a child who is beaten behaves well only when that adult he or she fears is present. When the fear is gone, the behavior often returns because the child was not taught why the behavior was wrong. In many other countries, children are rarely beaten, yet they grow into responsible adults. This is because adults explain, guide, and apply consistent consequences. It's a long one there. We have this one also coming from Ejay Boating, who says that it is despicable an act. Yes, when people were young, they were treated this way, but to hear the current generation, including even you, Roland, saying that, well, your generation experience is sad to say. I hope that you don't say this. Currently, the trend is you don't beat children this way. They need to grow into very responsible adults, and so they need to be not only responsible, but also compete. Very interesting comments coming through there. And this one is coming from Sepa Moklu, who says, okay, all right. So it says, okay, I've seen your message. It says that the beating of the children should not be accepted. It is a bad trait from parents, and to know that young adults were those perpetrating this is sad. Kwesi Mensah from Albany, New York, good morning to you, says, I think that was to correct the 12-year-old child, but it was an abuse of how many young ladies on one child by beating her. They should face the law. Honestly, most of the children who went through such have developed mental trauma, just that some people don't know how bad it has affected them and their children. And then Kofi Kwate Amenin Kukru also has a message. Good morning to you, sir. Says that I watched the video and asked myself, what exactly did the poor girl do that no one was ready to come to her aid? I do not think she deserved that torture from those three women. It is child abuse, and I'm happy that they've been apprehended by the police. The law should deal with them severely to serve as deterrent to others. Very interesting comment there. Do we have more callers? Okay, and then this one is coming from Prince Daniel York. Prince Daniel, good morning to you as well. Says happy birthday. And then also Zelis Dwayne, thank you for the cake as well. I received it. God bless you. I've eaten it already. So
where is the cake?
Yeah, but that thing was Saturday, so the thing.
What you think? Cake expired this morning.
Prince Henry Kufodia says that Happy New Year to all of you. I pray that all of you are in good health. The video just being shown and that has gone viral is as bad as it can be. To have adults beating children mercilessly this way, a child who cannot defend herself is just as bad. Because we were treated bad by a parent, it doesn't mean that we have to repeat same in this generation. Philip Abochi from Keta says, 1st of January was a birthday. Happy birthday to you, Philip Abochi, regular watcher of TV3 Newday. And then Mubarak Usman, good morning to you, Mubarak. Wishing you all the best for the day. And it says that, well, the question and the jury is always out there about whether this beating is normal or not. Perhaps we should also ask what crime she committed. Nonetheless, they shouldn't be beaten. That is, children should not be beaten this way and for it to go out of hand, you say. Okay. Mo Ajiman is watching us from Germany. Says, how can 2 women beat a 12-year-old? Even one adult is very bad. And Mo Ajiman is watching us from Germany. Okay. All right.
Yes, we have a caller joining us. Master Planner from Kintampo has just joined us on the phone lines. Hello, Master Planner. Hello. Master Planner, are you there? All right, please call us back. It appears we've lost Master Planner on the phone there. You can also call us. The phone line is on the screen. Let us know what your thoughts on that video that we saw. And our general attitude to raising, training our children and correcting them. Is lashing still the way to go? How do we fix this? Master Planner has joined us again. Hello, Master Planner.
Good morning.
Great to have you. How is Kintampo this morning?
Alhamdulillah, everything is fine. How is Akaji?
Very good.
Fine.
Very good.
Has anybody come to contest you yet in the communication officer position for the MPP in Kintampo? Is it Kintampo South or North?
Kintampo North.
Kintampo North. Has anybody come up, or you are the only one?
So far, I'm the only one.
Charlie.
And I'm very optimistic that I'll go
unopposed. Allah is on your side.
I used to be 3 days about, I let it about 2 years.
Go ahead, speak to now.
All right. What are your thoughts on the video we just showed you?
Papa, let me say a special good morning to you and then happy belated birthday. May 2026 be a great year for you and then your family.
Amen.
I think this video is very, very disturbing. You shouldn't have even been showing it in the first place. But I like the way you are playing your professionalism. You covered their faces so that the child in the future will not be intimidated by these videos. The fact of the matter is that in Islam, there's nowhere to go. That is, we should beat children. Even the hadith, there are practices of the Prophet and then his followers. He said you should smack the child slightly. And the hadith also warn us never to slap a child on the face. So we are begging parents. You shouldn't be using spare the rod and strike the child. Those Bible quotations and then hadith verses to be intimidating our children. Punishment or beating the child will not change the child. Most of the times it's about educating and then trying to change the mindset of the child.
Okay.
One of the philosophers said the child brain is like a tabula rasa. It's a white sheet. So the more you put bad things on the child, the more the child also become bad. If you are fan of beating your child, the child also grow up and be beating his children or her children. So we are pleading with parents. We have to be very, very cautious on how we teach our child. And then on the Venezuela issue, I think America and Donald Trump is overdoing things. Venezuela gained independence in 1811. So how on earth will you be going there to kidnap their president and his wife? Why? They are begging Papa Trump. You should calm down. We are practicing democracy everywhere. You are saying that you are leading in democracy and you are doing this. We are begging them they should tone down. And then lastly, before I go, we have 26 days to go for the MPP presidential primaries. I'm appealing to all delegates. When you go to the polls, Dr. Alaj Mahmoud Bawumia is number 3 on the ballot paper. 31st January 2026. Let's start the victory day. Dr. Alaj Mahmoud Bawumia. Win with Bawumia. It is still possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your call. You're our last caller for the morning, and we appreciate all of you who called us. We have a few more messages to read.
Well, so we'll just wrap up with some messages to you. Kennedy Kojobote, aka Kenzie, Happy New Year to you. Says that this one has the jury still out there. For many educationists, the absence of discipline in schools also brings to mind the type of discipline that should be meted out to children. So we'll see how that goes. And then Justice Ni Odati of Finland says Lucas Aidan Ni Lamte Mills celebrated the birthday yesterday. And so happy birthday to the son, who is Lucas Aidan Ni Lamte Mills. And so wishing you all the best for the day as well. Neodic Ni Atukwekwe says that we're happy all these evil assaults are being corrected due to the help of social media. Let's rally this campaign to reduce this act and perpetration of violence on children. It is just not on. And then I have this one from, Kwame J says that the beating by the adult of this child was not to correct anything, but to rather punish that child. Now, what will happen the next time the child sees this adult? She will be trembling in fear. And those are the acts that need to be avoided. Not to create fear in children, but rather give them confidence, boost their morale for them to develop and grow. And then Idi Amin, right here, with Digital says, happy birthday to Malik Basintali, the CEO for the YEA. And so we'll see how that goes. We're taking a break, right?
Yes, we're taking a quick break. When we come back, we'll bring you more on TV3 Newday. Stay tuned.
at 70 points. It is officer of the constituency. Yes. The electoral commissioner. Yes, sir. Hereby declare Honorable Mahama Naza.
Well, so that's Magnaza. He goes by that Nicky. So his nickname is Magnaza. I mean, that's what everybody calls him. Particularly if you're a regular user of this Kaukudi, that's the Gold House Road towards to the Accra Psychiatric Runabout area, you'll find that when you get to the Nima area, a lot of his drawings are on the wall because he's created many clubs. And there are many fan clubs also not only created by him, but also created by his supporters. And they tend to sit there after prayers, have conversation just around the Kanda estate or close to the Kanda estate. So indeed, I met him about 2 or 3 weeks ago in Parliament, and we even were in the same lift together and we're just talking. So quite shocking, but that's life, right? May he so rest in peace, but also means that when we are talking about the politics of it, a vacuum again has been created. We have another by-election on our hands. What really does it mean for us? The Honorable Nasser Ture Mahama, the Member of Parliament, has passed on. We're told that the burial will be this morning. And what are the implications? The EC is supposed to be notified within 7 days, etc. We'll take you through all that. But let's introduce to you a Deputy Minister for Roads, but also the Member of Parliament for Tamale North. He's also here, and we're talking about Suhuyini, Alhassan Suhuyini. The Honorable Alhassan, how are you, sir?
Very well, Roland. Thank you.
Okay, Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you too. And then Lawyer Apia Danko of the United Party is here. Happy New Year to you as well.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
And Dr. Kweku Boahin has been joining us in the latter part, since the latter part of the previous year. He's here as well. Dr. Kweku Boahin, how are you? Where's the Honorable Kennedy Japan? Now
we're back in Ashanti.
Oh, back in Ashanti. Hey, it's taking a long time. It's almost like a 3 weeks campaign period.
We need to finish Ashanti region and then get the votes of Ashantis with us. So today is going to be with the people of Asanwasi. It's going to be in Manshia South, and then we'll end in Inshiashu today.
Okay.
So we are with them, giving them the message of hope. We know that definitely 31st of January, Ken will be elected flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party.
Wow. And then also Dr. Bernard Tutubuahin. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
I've seen Dr. Mahmoud Bami also making rounds, making comments, etc. Have you seen some of the videos, your own observations? But good morning, Happy New Year.
Yeah, many happy returns, and good morning to panelists and our cherished viewers as well. I've not actually monitored the campaign of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. As it were, Christmas, so I was on holidays, resting, and there was no politics in my life. So maybe afterwards, I think I told you I'm conducting a survey.
Yes, so, generally on the politics of many things, including that of the primaries.
Yeah, so
you've announced that many times on the show.
Yes, I'll send you the questionnaire.
And then
so you send to people who matter.
Okay.
To help us understand what is happening in Ghanaian politics.
All right. Well, thank you very much as well. So we'll take you to the home of the late Member of Parliament and then sample some of the views. I know that Suhuyini himself was there yesterday, but he's not part of this number of inserts we have. Here they are.
Has been a very good friend. I'm sure that the wife And myself, when I was national organizer, he supported me a lot. And not only me, but even President Mahama. I remember when we have to go and meet him. Indeed, just about 2 weeks ago, I heard he wasn't well. I called him and I asked him whether he's okay. He said, oh, he was very fine. He was not well, but he's fine. Just for this afternoon, for me to get information that he's passed on. And any of you that knows Magnaza, a very humble person, a very, very humble person, and a good person, great person. Somebody that loves the NDC. You know, he will leave everything for the NDC. It's a shock, bro.
I was a bit surprised because not too long we're in Parliament together. Though I know he has not been well, but I at least expected what has just happened. Because before we left, the last week or so, he was hale and hearty. You can see that, you know, but I mean, whatever happens is the will of God. So I cannot imagine his replacement, a big gap. We only pray that the good Lord will keep the constituency together, and then with his nature, his calmness, the way he goes about his things, the rest would learn from him.
It's difficult for me to find words to express it. I mean, first week in the year, Naza will be irreplaceable. I mean, he was my colleague in Parliament. I served with him on one committee. I mean, the commitment for the job, and in all, well, he's a Muslim. We just have to thank Allah. Allah knows the best. We can't challenge the wish of Allah. May his soul rest in perfect peace, and may Allah give him a very befitting place.
It's a big loss for the party. It's one of the MP that have control in his constituency. Of all his primaries, was one of the hittest primaries. I thought that the coming elections would be easier for him for the way he control the constituency. But God knows the best.
He has been my friend. I've been coming here to visit him, and today he's no more. He's a very calm man, very quiet, and very, very.
Okay, so those are the commiserative messages coming from his colleague members of parliament as well as leading members of the NDC as well. And so he in a big lot. I saw you there yesterday in other reportage from other media houses as well. Generally, what would you say about him?
Well, Roland, let me also wish my colleague panelists a happy new year and our cherished viewers, and especially the constituents of Tamale North. Very, very prosperous and a happy new year to us all. In Islam, when we encounter laws such as this, the first thing we are taught to say is Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. We are all from Allah. From Him we come, and to Him is our return. It is, I know, humanly difficult, but it is divinely rewarding to put your faith in Allah when things such as this happen. Because the only mystery in life, in my view so far, is death. I am yet to read any theory that makes sense about why people die and why we die. And how, I mean, it's a mystery. It's a mystery. And so on this note, I want to extend my heartfelt condolences to the wife and children, to the family, to the constituents, to the NDC party, and especially to the majority caucus in Parliament. Honorable Naza Toure
was a very unassuming man, very thoughtful, very patient, and he had a very calm disposition that I am sure would have been an asset for him in the political life that he engaged in. He was never to be seen around chaos. I met him in Parliament in 2017 when he had just finished serving his first term. And I can say that I related to him and he related to me as a sibling. And as a senior brother, I cannot, forget how his calm disposition, his thoughtful approach to issues impacted many of us, especially in the NDC caucus around that time. He was also a very active member of the Muslim caucus in Parliament. And I understand he is currently the chairman of the Greater Accra NDC caucus. He was, like I said, very thoughtful, and I am very confident that his constituents are going to miss him dearly. It's going to be very difficult to replace him. What we can only pray for is that Allah Almighty will give the family the serenity of mind to accept this loss, and the constituents the wisdom that is required to make a choice that can, fill the void that his absence has created. The burial was deferred from yesterday to this morning, and the janaza, I understand, will be performed on his body at about 10 a.m. around Kanda, where his office is located. Well wishers and all mourners are expected to converge there at about 10 a.m. this morning, where the janaza prayer will be observed, and the body will subsequently be prepared for burial at the Medina Cemetery. Once again, Roland, I just want to extend my heartfelt condolences to the family and to the constituents. It is a big loss to the NDC caucus in Parliament. We did not plan to start our year on this note, but Allah knows best, and I'm sure He will give us the divine guidance moving forward.
Okay, and this one is just a commiserative one because there's a vacuum now, so we have to talk about that. But just your words on the commiserative aspect.
Let me wish your lovely viewers a good morning and happy New Year. I think this is the first time in 2026 that we are appearing before your show. It's always a pleasure to meet my brother Suini. Happy New Year. Said clearly MPP have sumptuously found a place on.
That's why he was holding you when he was talking. He was tapping you. So that you restrain yourself.
No, but you see,
United Party, you can't restrain yourself from talking about the MPP.
No, I don't like dishonesty. Understand? When you tell the whole Ghana that you are boycotting what's called a platform, and then you surreptitiously sneak in your people, that's being dishonest.
This from Ken Camp.
But it's MPP. That's been. I think Rana is part of their beyond the familiar spirit has brought in this honest spirit into their party. I think let me make that position clear. The familiar spirit. And let me wish my brother Prof. I don't know, you suspect him of being in Bamia's campaign. Because strangely he was asking about Bamia's.
No, I have no such suspicions.
You have no such. Then please, the way you put your question suggested that you suspect that he's in Bamia's camp. So maybe
let me clarify. I have no such
to give a disclaimer.
I have no such.
I agree with your observation.
Yeah, you have to
give. The intro made me wonder if we were having a rep from Bamian and a rep from Kennedy.
Two MPP on the show.
Surreptitious.
Yeah, on a platform that
I like that word.
They are meant to anyway. I think everybody knows that I'm not diabolical. Today we are all down. As in yesterday, I had the sad passing of the MP for Ayawaso East. I won't come and lie to Ghanaians and say that I personally know him. Honestly speaking, I don't know the MP on a personal level. However, it's always sad to hear that about anybody's passing. And I stand off with you about a lack of understanding of death. For me, I'm a Christian, and I'm not a nominal Christian. I'm a born again Christian, and so I see death from as in when you read the Bible, we say that as it is appointed unto man who wants to die. Psalms talks about that God should number our days so that we'll be humble. And so for me, unfortunately, we all have a death sentence. You understand? And I think the thought of that should keep us grounded and humble. But having said that, my sincerest and heartfelt condolences to the family of the MP. My condolences to the people of Ayawaso East. They lost their rep. My condolences to the NDC party and fraternity. And I pray that all of us are comforted and that we find the presence of mind to do the needful as per the Constitution without losing sight of the fact that somebody has died. And then we take this opportunity to celebrate his life because, like I said, I don't know him, but understanding the competitiveness of the politics in our country, especially sometimes the internal competition in seats that are supposed to be safe for the parties. For Honorable Nasser to have won this seat 4 times, if I didn't know anything about him, that tells me everything I need to know about the man. Because clearly there's somebody that whose constituents trusted him enough to present him 4 times. So may he so rest in peace, and all of us should be comforted.
All right, Dr. Boyne.
Yes, sir.
Just a short one, then we come. There's a vacancy, and we've had a number of by-elections quite recently over the last couple of years. So
it's sad, actually. Let me say a good morning and then a happy new year to Honorable Kenneth Japan, and then to our fraternity, that's the Connected family, and then to my constituents back in Amasaman.
Your constituency is Amasaman?
Yes. And to Nana Balfo Kwashi, the chief of Kwashi Krum in Asaman Kesi. They hosted me over the weekend. We had quite a fruitful discussion. And then we know that things are going to go well for us. And then let me correct something. I said today we are going to end our campaign in Shaesho. It was actually yesterday. Today we are doing Kenneth Japan is in Asawanse, Manshia South, Ejoso, and Oforikrum.
Manshia South,
and then
Ejoso, and Oforikrum. Yeah. Okay, Oforikrum, he'll be there as well. And then Aswanse will become the starting point.
Yeah.
That's a big constituency.
Yeah. So he'll be there to share the good message with the people there. And then let's come back to Mark Nasser. Yes, I have known him for a couple of years. Remember back in our days when we used to be in Parliament with a parliamentary press corps.
That time your name was Roxon, if I remember.
And then
your conductor, Kweku Buame. He's my very good friend. Please go ahead, Dr. Kweku Buame. Please go ahead.
Dr. Kennedy. And we've had one-on-one interviews with him a couple of times. Then working with the Nationalist newspaper So we've known him for some time, and passing on, I think I was taken aback a little bit yesterday when I heard the news. It's not easy when you see an old acquaintance, somebody you've known so well, and then they tell you, oh, he's no more.
He's no more.
It's not easy, actually. But we're wishing Janet to treat us, as people would say. And then my deepest condolence to the family, the constituents, the NDC fraternity, Parliament House of Ghana. And
the NDC fraternity, is it coming from the Ken camp or the entire MPP?
Oh, yes.
From your
personal point. From my personal point
from
of view.
MPP.
And then from Honorable Kenneth Japon as well. Because they were colleagues back in Parliament.
And MPP as a whole.
Oh, I don't know to say.
Oh, no. Oh, please go ahead. We don't have the time to.
And what I want to say is that we wish him a very successful journey. Our prayers are with the family. It's difficult, but God knows best. And then to the people of Ayawaso, he was a good man. If you look at
all dead men are good in Ghana.
With the committees he served on, and in all the work, these Operation Cement Yolungu. He was very instrumental.
I remember.
With that one, and helping with sanitations and all that. So we wish him a good journey.
Dr. Tutubuahin, the vacancy has been created.
Yes.
Once you undertake the commiserations, you start the conversation.
Yes. So again, Happy New Year to our viewers and social media followers, as well as to all of us.
Yeah, Edwin Tamaklo says Happy New Year to all of you.
Oh, okay.
Especially to the Honorable Suhini. Says it's the birthday of Beatrice Sanan as well, Presidential Safa. Happy birthday on this very sad day. Beatrice Sanan, happy birthday.
Oh, so Beatrice, happy birthday. So, yes, obviously, that's Ayawaso East, right? Yeah. Obviously, a safe seat for the NDC.
Safe, eh?
Yeah, very safe. And this time around, I think that again, with the the general acceptance of the NDC within the Ghanaian populace, it's obvious that in any by-election, especially a seat that has been won by the NDC over the years, unless the NDC probably
this
decide.
was actually his fourth term.
Yeah, this is fourth. I think third term. He came to Parliament in 2012. Fourth term, okay. So obviously, unless the NDC says that we are not interested, I think that yes, and if you check the difference, in the 2024 elections, he's popular. The NDC is popular in there. So whatever by-election that is going to happen, unless the unexpected, the unpredicted happens, it's going to be a safe seat for the NDC.
Looks like this number
again, I think that when you look at the general comments, coming in, obviously he's one parliamentarian that I've never heard of his name. He's a quiet type, I suppose, and that tells you that he's that person who would always, as it were, focus on his job, focus on his constituency, and probably deliver, their needs and expectations. For you to maintain your seat, for the fourth term, that speaks volume of, the love that the constituency has for him. And so probably sympathy equally may be added, to the popularity of the NDC, within the constituency in case of as they move into the by-election. And so we only want to say that the family should be consoled. God should, touch them, and whatever they've lost, the Almighty God, who knows best, would find a place in their heart and then console them and then compensate them for whatever losses that they have incurred. With Ghana and the NDC as a party, I think he's, when you read, the write-ups that have come so far, he's been a member of about 4 committees. He's been the chairman of the Energy Committee, member Roads and Transport Committee, House Committee, and then Private Member Bill and Motions Committee. And these are all, major committees in Parliament. And so another vacancy is created in there. Human resource sometimes it's difficult, to replace, especially because of individual differences, tolerance levels, and how people perform their jobs, And so we pray that the NDC would get a very good replacement, for Parliament, and Parliament would equally find a good replacement for him, who would deliver the job to the benefit of Ghanaians in general. So we wish the family well. We pray that God will touch them, and as it is, console them, and replenish, whatever losses that they have incurred.
Yeah. But if we have to trigger the article as it is 112, it also means that Parliament will have to be notified, and with this absence means that by-election kicks in. Safe seats, we're told, but a lot of work needs to be done as well, because what are the dynamics in that constituency generally?
Well, Honorable Magnaza is one person that also proves that political fortunes defy, logic and, logical expectations. Like Dr. Tutu said, sometimes it is not always about, being in the media or being on the floor of Parliament, engaging in debates. It's sometimes about meeting the needs and expectations of your constituents. And I think that is what, over the years, Honorable Naza has demonstrated. I have encountered him a couple of times at the committee level, the last one being very recently when my ministry had to defend its budget estimates before the Roads and Highways Committee. He, I recall, made a very passionate point about roads in his constituency and the need for the ministry to, focus on that this year. And the concern he expressed had to do with how sometimes some of the inner cities, such as the one that he is representing, are overlooked because of the assumption that the city already have enough roads. And it was his concern that his constituency still had many untarred roads and roads that needed attention. And
Nima.
Yes, exactly. You see, that's the point he was making. Your reaction is the exact point he was making. Like inner cities, Accra. I mean,
my reaction
they have problems.
is in comparative terms.
Right, I get it. So that's the point he was making. That sometimes it is easy for policymakers to overlook their needs, even though they also really have dire situations sometimes. So I think that he served well as a member of parliament, and the constituents are going to miss him. But the point about the dynamics in the constituency, I do know that he's always had internal opposition. That is normal. And again, the figures speak to the fact that the NDC is very strong in Ayawaso East. The NDC has always won by over 60%. The last election, he won by over 70%, and the NDC did same. So clearly, the NDC is very strong in Ayawaso East. But the problem sometimes, as it is in many cases where the NDC is strong, is the internal rivalry. And it was not missing in Ayawaso East. So a number of, names have already been considered and been discussed. And I'm sure that at the end of the day, the constituents will make the choice that will work to meet their needs. And that is why in my opening remarks, I pray that Allah will give the constituents the wisdom to choose a replacement that is suitable. At this point, I think it's still a bit too early because Parliament is yet to be informed of the loss, and then Parliament in turn will also inform the Electoral Commission of a vacancy, and then the Electoral Commission will now look at their timetable and announce a by-election within the framework of the Constitution. And so we still have a number of hurdles to cross, a number of things to do before we get to the point of picking a replacement. I think that we should reserve this time now for the family to mourn this loss and tone down a bit on the talk of replacement, because I can imagine being in the shoes of family members, listening to conversations about replacements as if the life that has just been lost, didn't really matter that much. So I think that because we still have a number of hurdles to cross, the internal dynamics of the constituency, beyond just speaking of the strength of the NDC, should be toned down a bit. And I am sure that is the mood in the constituency now. But I don't know if the NPP will want to contest this. Like in the past, they decided not to get involved in the Tamale Central constituency by-election because the figures spoke for themselves. I mean, they thought that it was going to be a waste of time, waste of resources, and unnecessary tension created. And even though they claimed that it was as a result of the mourning and the nature of the laws, we all knew that it was simply because they knew they had no chance. And I think it is the same situation in Ayawaso East. They don't have a chance. I mean, all things being equal, they don't have a chance in winning that seat. And so I am just wondering if the decision that they took in Tamale Central will be repeated in the case of Ayawaso East.
Okay. Not a statement of fact, but, or no, not of conjecture, so to speak, or fact. Actually, there's a precedent has been set, so he's only referring to that. But I mean, despite what the Honorable Suhini will say, he knows he comes from a stronghold of a party, so he knows that even before the announcements are made, the internal dynamics internally just get kick-started, and it also means that he's representing a very strong constituency, even if we're not talking about Greater Accra, even countrywide,
Well, that's the cutthroat nature of the politics we do here, you understand? As in, the body is even yet cooled, and we are already talking about a by-election. But so His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will not be very happy with you. Well, because Dr. Bawumia, as far as he's concerned, is supposed to deliver, or was supposed to deliver also East to the MPP. He was supposed to deliver Tamale Central to the MPP. And he failed. He's been given another chance. His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is being given another chance.
By who?
By the whims of nature. Yeah, he's been given another chance to deliver on his promise. He said that when they vote for him, he's going to deliver the Zongus, also going to deliver the North. Only he could do that. He said that. He said that, and I know Brian Champa is going after him. Indeed, he gave an example in Naudoli. That in Naudoli constituency.
Who gave the example?
Brian Champa. No, Brian Champa is going after Dr. Bawumia on his failed promise. His Excellency Dr. Bawumia, in 2023, when he wanted to be MPP presidential candidate, promised on the back of his mercy-like ability to deliver the North, to deliver the Zongus. Because of that, Dr. Brian Champion supported him. And then, in so many of the Zongus, he had share. So many police stations in the North, he had share. And so it was very surprising, personally, when, in spite of his promise, the MPP decided not to fill anybody in Tamale Central. I'm saying nature itself has given another opportunity. See the way my brother here is smiling. His wicked smile. Now, His Excellency Dr. Bawumia has been given another opportunity by nature. One, he must deliver Pandai.
This time he's not asking you, I notice, sir.
He's
not asking you the question,
I'm really surprised. I was expecting that question.
Enjoying it.
Yes. So, first of all, Dr. Bawumia must deliver Pandai. You understand? When is the Pandai election? Well, it's full court. So, Dr. Bawumia must deliver Pandai because he's going to win their primaries. And as leader of their party, he must deliver Pandai. And then he must deliver Ayawaso East. And so I don't think the MPP can find any legitimate reason or ground to say that they won't contest. They must contest. They are going to contest, they must contest. And His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia must deliver on his words. He must deliver on his promise. He must deliver Ayawaso East. You understand? Now, I'm praying that all of us will learn from the lack of Drain-Shekan politics. That's His Excellency.
Drain-Shekan?
Yes.
That's in Fantipin?
Yes.
Okay.
Dr. Bawumia.
Why is that important?
You see, when you premise your candidature, your ability to, on something as serious as leadership, on your tribe, on your religion, on where you are from, without having any regard to the context being the strength of certain political parties in certain areas. You understand? So the NDC is popular in the Zongos, not necessarily because they have been tribal, but it's based on how the Muslim communities perceived the NDC as enhancing their welfare. It has nothing to do with tribalism. So when you want to be a leader and you premise your claim to leadership on tribalism, two, on religion, and on Zongoism, you understand? Not on your credibility, then you'll be exposed all the time. Then you continue to lose credibility because MPP is going to lose they're going to lose massively, and it's going to take a massive dent on the credibility of His Excellency. It's not only, it is an election. The people of Ayawaso East, as things stand now, are without representation. You understand? And one of the leaders in Ghana, having premised his claim to leadership on where he's from, on his religion, on Zongoism, and not on the principle of Hatarization of the city, he's going to get another massive dent on his credibility. Because I can trust you. You see, my brother here is wearing black. He's just waiting in the wings, like the hyena or vulture, waiting for somebody to die, so they'll pounce. I'm saying that in about 61 days, because the election will be held in about 61 days, the credibility of His Excellency Dr. Bawumia is going to get a massive dent once again. And all of us must learn from this, that politics is a very serious business. The focus of politics ought to be one, to build a strong state and to take care of the welfare of the people. So when you want to lay claim to any leadership, then your focus must to bring out things about yourself that can facilitate the creation of that strong state and taking care of or ensuring that the welfare of the citizens are done, not necessarily where you are from, your religion, or what you understand. When you do that kind of politics, you will lose credibility. Like His Dr. Bawumia is losing credibility. So I think we all know. I think if there's something we can all agree, and I'm sure if my brother here will agree to that, that the Aya also is seated there. As to who will be an MP, the next MP will be determined by who the NDC will decide to choose. And no amount of yabbing, no amount of the espousing of the principle of Zongoism, no amount of the needless tribal politics will give the MPP any chance of winning that seat. For we in the UP, we are looking at this situation strategically. 2028, we are going to present a credible candidate. And we choose that candidate not on the principle of Zongoism, not on the principle, the tribal principle, but on the principle of Ghana First.
United Party.
Yes, on the
principle
of
Ghana. You present a candidate?
In 2028. And I'm saying that candidate will be chosen not on the principle of Zongoism, not on the principle of tribalism, but we'll choose a candidate who reflects our core values. Our core values being what? Ghana First. That's and the call on all politicians to do a politics that will enhance the state Ghana and that will put the welfare of its citizens at the forefront, not on the principle of Zongoism as His Excellency Dr. Bawumia has been doing, and for which his credibility is going to take a further dent in 61 days.
Dr. Kwekubuan, you take a look at the reference made by the Honorable Sohiyeni, Tamale Central, recent precedent, and so it means that has to be repeated by the MPP.
That decision lies in the hands of those who run the affairs of the MPP today.
What's your mind?
For me, I think why shouldn't we contest that election? Why shouldn't NPP contest that election? Although, like Honorable Sohiyeni said, that because Tamale Central, there was an excuse that was given, and that because of the situation, yes, we all know that there was no way we could go into Tamale Central and do anything better. NPP wouldn't have anything there. So it was a nice way of telling everybody, listen, there's no need wasting our resources and all that. Let us sit somewhere and then focus on what is ahead of us, which is the internal primaries that is going to happen on the 31st of January. I think that one is their focus at the moment. But notwithstanding, Ayawaso East, we had a candidate there, and I think even for nothing at all, we can still present him. Let him go. No, he will not lose. Maybe, just maybe. Just maybe. He might win next time around. You know, McNassar had some clout around him, that which made him the face of Ayawaso East, and that he would win elections over and over again for the fourth time. Now he's no more. Just maybe another person from another fraternity will come in and may make, who knows, might make an impact there. I think we should not chicken out of this. Yes, MPP should not chicken out of this. They should allow somebody contest the seat and see what happens. I know with the NDC's internal politicking, the closest who has always come close to McNassa has been Baba Jamal. So this is also a good opportunity for him to also lace his boots and then say, listen, since I've been in this with him, when he left Akwetia, he came to Ayawaso East, and that is where he's been contesting over the years. So that's also another opportunity for my very good friend, Baba Jamal. But like I said, I don't think it is necessary to chicken out of this. Let us go in there. MPP should go in there and try, and who knows, maybe, just maybe. I know NDC has a goodwill, the goodwill of the people are supporting them, and we are here to see. I said I'm not going to be talking about President John Dramani Mahama and critique him for now. Because he's barely been there. I think on the 7th of January, in 2 days will be 1 year
2 days.
since he became president of Ghana. So for now, we are not going to critique them. We want to see what they come up with. And then if Ghana is good.
That's from the Kencam. This one is from the Kencam.
It's good for all of us. So we'll give him that ample time to work his way out and then make sure that Ghana is good.
Kweku Boahing. And you look at the election result, Dr. Tutu Boahing, Magnazar 22,139, and then Zach Rahman of the MPP 9,011. No, their polls are apart.
So as I indicated earlier,
polls apart. What dynamics are there that are present for the NDC? And the struggles even intensify if the party that is contesting is in government.
Yeah, so as I said earlier, the incumbency effect, is something that go for the NDC. Secondly, you realize that, issues about sympathy, could also be triggered, especially when the late Nasser, has that kind of clout as, Dr. Kweku indicated. And obviously, you will see, like I said earlier, the fact that that seat consistently, has been won by the NDC over the years. That also suggests that NDC is strong, on the ground. And so, unless something, happens, we can't really predict on a hindsight that, the MPP is going to take that seat. And when you check even the statistics with Tamale Central, obviously you see that the Ayawaso East is quite different, from Tamale Central, apart from the fact that both have been seats that have been won, by the NDC, sorry. Now, again, in political marketing perspective, you could also see that in recent times, voters seems to be shifting in terms of their behaviors, in terms of their thought, in terms of their intention. And mostly some of these shifts are related, to the general question, of voters. What is in there for me? In other words, the issues about cost-benefit analysis with regards to, voters exercising their franchise in favor of a particular candidate. And that suggests that if the MPP can get a competitive candidate in there, probably they can make certain inroads, they can cause a stir, or probably, the unexpected could happen. And so it is up to the MPP. For me, I felt that MPP not going to Tamale Central was a mistake.
You told them, and they said they insisted they will have to go.
I told them.
It's a question.
So the question is, did I tell them? Obviously, no. But I expressed my views on media.
Publicly.
Yeah. And it is this, that if I check the dynamics then, and what I saw was this, there were certain candidates in Tamale Central who belonged to the NDC and who were willing, because they knew that a particular candidate was coming who may be stronger than them, but they were equally looking for a certain opportunities to equally contest that candidate. All right. So it was an issue of approach and convincing certain candidates that you could leave your camp. I mean, in marketing, recruitment is allowed. Coaching is allowed. You know, so if the MPP had done certain calculations and had poached certain candidates, you know, whether neutral or whether from the camp of the NDC or other political parties, I think that they could have given them a certain leverage.
In the last election?
The one at Tamale Central.
Okay.
And so I want to throw in this same, you know, narrative that if you feel that there is a candidate who can be very competitive, you know, why don't you go for that person? Because after all, Honorable Nassar is no more. A new candidate is coming, and the NDC is now going to recruit a new person who probably can fit the shoes of Honorable Nassar. And so, more or less like a neutral position, a neutral contest now. So, if you are bringing two strong candidates, or if these two major political parties are, you know, bringing two new strong, you know, candidates to pitch their strength against each other, then I presume that brand personalities, you know, is going to be the top of the competition, as against, you know, party brands. When you compare the party brand in recent times to candidate brands, it seems to me, it suggests to me that candidate brands are becoming more powerful and more influential in party politics, and especially in elections, than, you know,
why do you draw those conclusions?
Yes, I draw those conclusions because when you check the characteristics of the youth now, who constitute the major, you know, they normally go for a benefit to them rather than a benefit that they feel that the party may not be willing to deliver. All right. So one of my PhD candidates, you know, thesis, this thing actually came out clear, and it actually supported, you know, my preconceived, you know, intentions or expectations, right? So I feel that yes, it is true that candidates are becoming more powerful as against party, you know, brands. And so in going to any competitive election, you need a candidate whose influence, you know, is key and whose influence is strong within any constituency. And that is what probably I would agree with Dr. Dubois, you know, when he said that the MPP must not back out, but go and compete. And so what it means is that, you know, search through your party, go beyond your party, move into the camp of your opponents, and probably see. Because obviously, some politicians are becoming more or less, you know, selfish, right, in quotes. In other words, they equally want to achieve their political ambitions regardless of whichever party that will offer them, you know, such opportunities. So it's about recruitment, and it's about identifying key, important, you know, influential people who you feel that, yes, they would have the backing of the people. You feel that they are influential. You feel that the people, the voters within the constituency, may be expecting that such a person, to lead them.
All right. You wanted to answer.
Just a quick point. I agree with Prof when he talks about candidate
I'm not yet
brand. Doc, when he talks about candidates brand and party brand.
Do you think it's an overall national trend?
I have not read the
literature
on which he's making the argument.
I'll send you.
But my hunch tells me that it can be true. I mean, over the years, if you have observed voting patterns in the country, you realize that there are so many people who have voted for the NDC at one election and have also voted for the MPP at another election.
2016.
It tells you that sometimes the candidate
matters.
The person that is presented at a particular time. So you may have to match it against candidate and time. It becomes a major influencer rather than the political party. So I agree with him on that score. I also think that no two elections are the same. No two elections are the same. And on that basis, I will agree to the suggestions that it is an open contest and the NPP should not avoid engaging in that contest. Except to say that my earlier submission was premised on a precedence that was set in the case of Tamale Central. And I mean, it was obvious then that because Tamale Central was won by the NDC in the last election by about 75%
voter turnout.
Vote cast. The candidate, the late Honorable Muchala, won by about 75%
of the vote that were cast.
That was cast. Yes. And in the case of Honorable Nazatu, he won by over 70%. So on that basis, I'm saying that perhaps there should be no motivation for the NPP to want to contest this. And when they didn't contest in Tamale Central, it was so peaceful. It passed without any incident. The NDC did its primaries, chose its candidate. The Electoral Commission declared the winner on the election day. And we had, Prof sworn in as the new MP for Tamale Central. And I'm expecting the same thing. But I don't deny the fact that candidates, timing, and two elections are not the same.
By way of the analysis.
Yes, I don't deny those analyses at all.
Okay. Now we have to talk about Nicolas Maduro, his abduction or capturing. No, that would be an arrest. Okay. So I have abduction. Is that arrest? Arrest. Okay, I have abduction and capturing. I said capturing, now I said abduction. And then I have...
I'll give you one extraction.
Extraction, so he was extracted. But... I don't know. You are a politician in government, and I know that there's an overall statement that's been issued by the government through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
I think that we are making light of this issue, maybe because it seems very remote to us, but it shouldn't seem remote to us. First of all, shouldn't be light. It shouldn't also be looked at as a very remote, issue. I think that Trump is unhinged. I'm sorry, but there's no better way to describe what he is doing to the world politics. And I think it's about time that, he's told in the face by world leaders that he's putting everybody at risk, including American citizens, everywhere around the world, and even in the United States of America. I mean, what has happened in Venezuela has nothing to do with world peace. It has everything to do with, if you like, the instability of the world. It is personal interest. I don't even see it as a national interest. just because Venezuela has the largest oil deposits and minerals, and you are losing control over those mineral resources, you engage in this unlawful act, an act that is against all laws that are known internationally, invading a sovereign country. I mean, which country then is safe in this world? So when we are in Ghana and we choose to do things that will benefit us and our citizens, and America is uncomfortable with it, they can send in soldiers to just abduct our leaders. I think this is just condemnable. This is a new low, and I think that it is a major tax for the United Nations. It should be a major, talking point for ECOWAS and the AU. We must the world, bodies that are set up to maintain the balance that is required for every country's survival must begin to speak up against this threat. Because I don't think that, what has happened should be seen lightly at all. I am very, very happy that our country, led by the foreign minister, has already condemned this in no uncertain terms. It is against international law, and for whatever reason, and we know what the reason is, I don't think that America had that right to go into another country to arrest its leader. And the predictions were done long before today. The assassination of Nicolas Maduro was on the cards. People predicted it. And it was always because he was not allowing America to control their oil reserves. And Trump himself, in his address to the press, makes it clear why they went in.
Consistently.
Yes, claiming that they made so many investments. They made so many investments in another country's oil reserves, and because they are losing control over it, they have to go and engage in this dastardly act. I think that the world must rise up to Trump. America, I have heard some, people in America say they will wait him out. It tells you clearly that even they have become very uncomfortable with what he is doing. But I don't think the world should just look on for him to continue to distort the arrangement that has worked for us all this while.
And you look at Article 2.4 of the UN Charter, lawyer, and it says all members shall refrain in their international relations from the threat or use of force against the territorial integrity or political independence of any state, or in any other manner inconsistent with the purposes of the United Nations.
Yes.
And would you say this is a clear breach within which the context of the geopolitics of the world, America is a superpower, and so it should be let go?
In fact, I don't think we can have a debate as to the fact that America has breached every single law, every single international law. You understand? And see, the issue is not just about the Article 2.4 of the UN Charter, because see, there's a clear prohibition against the use of force, and we must admit that there are exceptions. One first exception was the use of force a UN-sanctioned use of force. In this case, no. Was America
under threat or threatened?
Self-defense, whether preemptive self-defense or no? Did Venezuela invite America in because there was some breach that
the citizens invite him?
No. You understand? But beyond that, that is not the issue, because America stated why they went in. America is saying that they have indicted Maduro for what's called offenses as in narco terrorism, drug trafficking, and all those things. Now, the question then is, can any country enter into another country outside of the Article 2.4 and arrest its head of state for any offense And there again, the answer is a clear no. Because we have customary international law and personal immunity of the head of state is an absolute immunity under customary international law. You understand? So even if what America is telling the world, that they've indicted Maduro under their domestic law, then under customary international law, there was no basis, no grounds for America to have arrested Maduro. Because there again, there are exceptions. One is an ICC.
In Venezuela. They would have arrested him in the US.
Even there, they couldn't even have arrested him insofar as he remained the head of state. Because I'm saying, under customary international law, head of states have absolute personal immunity. Now, I've heard people mention the Noriega case, and they're using the Noriega case as a precedent. And there again, you can't use Noriega. In fact, in the Noriega case, the UN condemned the US Act. And even in that case, Noriega didn't have international acceptance as head of state because, he was a military leader. But in the case of Maduro, he's an elected president of Venezuela. He is recognized internationally. He has absolute control of his country. And so Noriega does not even come in as a president. For me, when I look at the US case, and when I look at the Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and then when you take into consideration what necessitated the creation of the UN, because you see, we all need to recall that between 1914, when the Grand Duke was assassinated, that led to the First World War, up until 1945. People believe that indeed there was no First or Second World War. In fact, the Second World War was just a continuation of the First World War. We felt that we need to create a new international order that would prevent these world wars and the extent to which it destroyed human life. You understand? But strangely, the countries that are supposed to be at the forefront of that agenda, they claim that they have permanent seats on the Security Council. And they are the countries that are breaching all the principles, all the not even principles, all the laws, all the international laws. You understand? And for me, it shouldn't just be about condemning. So Ghana has condemned, other countries will condemn. If in the Great Britain they condemn, what can they do? You understand? And all the principles that are supposed to underpin international relations, equality, all countries are meant to be equal. We are all meant to be sovereign. But are we truly equal? Are we truly sovereign? Because if we were Ghana, that arrested, president of Ghana goes and arrests president of Togo.
Or the Burkina Faso leader, for example.
Yes, and it will just not be, it will not just be about they condemning us. Remember when, and forgive me for using that example, Slobodan, when Yugoslavia was being, and then you saw what happened to him. America led an action. But what Trump has done, in my opinion, is a clear declaration of war on Venezuela. That's how serious this matter is. And for me, it's a call for us to relook at the international architecture once again.
The framework
once again, because the framework as it stands today clearly is not working. And you have a situation where the countries that are meant to be the vanguards of the international peace are the countries that are leading the destabilization of global peace. And the case in point here is both the US and Russia.
Even the UK says that, well, they have no difficulty, they are not condemning it, so to speak. But China and Russia have emerged as emerging global powers, so to speak. Maduro made a decision that despite all what the pact was with Saudi Arabia in the Nixon administration, will be accepting the yuan as well as the Russian ruble for oil exchange and transactions. The fear is the US dollar also could become irrelevant over time. And those who tend to read global international politics say they're all part of the dynamics, not only the oil. That is part of the narrative.
Yeah. I think this whole issue of somebody walking into somebody's house to just go and arrest him.
Plainly.
It doesn't make a lot of sense. But, President Maduro, over the time, has also been, if you may, America has come out to say that he was involved in drug trafficking. He had cartels all over that were putting or bringing in loads of coke into the U.S. market.
He claims through shipments.
He
had some of them bombed,
and
arrested.
And then sponsoring, if you may, selling weapons to terrorists and all that. But this is what America says, and this is what they make us believe in, and his authoritarian nature. It's brought a lot of issues. And you know, before his arrest, U.S. had already detained some of his government officials. And then they have put sanctions on their oil and then all that. And then, you know, the oil industry is suffering a lot. Their oil productions are not going out there. They don't even have storage capacity. They don't even, there's a lack of exports on the part of Venezuela. But then if you look at all this, the situation is all about the fluid, the crude. Yeah. That, to me, that is what I see. And then President Maduro also was making, I was just some provocative statements that came from him. You know, even the night before he was arrested, he actually, in a press conference, said, I'm here waiting for you. Don't be late, coward. Telling Trump that he is in his, what do you call it, in Malafro, waiting for Trump to come. He shouldn't be late.
It still doesn't make the act right.
Is he when
whatever he said before this,
you know, U.S. still lives as the guy out there. Okay.
Who appointed them the world?
If I say they still live as a guy out there, you know, after the Cold War, in the unipolar world, America was seen as one of those, if you may, the police of the world. Okay. And so when you are doing things that they think that, hey, it is not right, you trafficking and in all these things that your people, you know, actually, Honorable, the new guy that has taken over, Rodriguez, the vice president that has taken over, is a lady, right? A lady. Okay. Is actually seeking a cooperation with U.S. Just yesterday, she made a statement that she wants to have a Georgia with the U.S.
U.S. is threatening her too. So.
Oh no, they are not threatening now. You see, they are actually. You see, so at the end of the day, if you make such remarks and then you invite an opposition, I'm not supporting it because of their sovereign immunity. The international laws abhors it. You can't just walk into somebody's house in his country and arrest him. But then, is this the first it has ever happened that they are arresting any president?
Should it happen
again? In October 16th, 1998, Augusto Pinochet was arrested. 1998 was arrested in the UK. He was the president of Chile. US arrested him in UK.
Pinochet?
Yes, he was arrested for abuses.
That justifies this one.
I'm saying.
Or you analyze.
I'm saying this is not.
Was he still president?
No.
He was president.
Pinochet.
Yes.
Pinochet, not at the time.
No, not at the time.
And you see, he was not also arrested in Chile.
Yeah, no, he was not arrested in Chile.
He
flew to UK and then he was arrested.
But was he president at that time?
Was it?
No, he was not.
He was.
No, we can check.
We can always check. I think he was. Okay, and then he was arrested in the UK, and then on abuses and all that, and then they took him on to try him. I'm not saying. I'm just justifying what Trump has done, but I think some of these things might culminate in.
He was in office up to 1990, so he was not president.
He was not president.
Yeah,
okay.
but at that time he was not unity, yeah.
So he was a former president of.
But you are just trying to link that to sovereignty and all
then,
that.
The constitution.
So what's your conclusive statement?
What I'm trying to say is that I don't support it in any uncertain terms. But then if the charges leveled against him are true.
But who makes the decision as to? The charges should be leveled against state leader. We saw that in Saddam. There was invasion subsequently. There was Libya too.
Yes.
And it turns out when America undertakes these sort of interventions, the countries don't tend to be the same. Actually tend to worsen than what the narrative conditions are. So what do you say?
You see, like I said, I don't support them.
But
if these things that they enumerated are things to go by, then I am tempted to think that
there was a reason.
A reason why he did what he did.
Okay.
But America should not invade people because they want to go and take over their oil industry, or because they want their gold or want any of their mineral resources for themselves. It shouldn't happen.
All right.
Okay.
Dr. Tutubuahin, your last words on this.
Yeah, so, Roland, you see, for me, I think that UN has failed.
Yeah.
And
it's a failed body.
Yes, and has failed woefully. Why do I say that? I'm making this point on the fact that Panama was invaded in 1991, and that has created some level of, you remember General Noriega, right?
Noriega, yeah.
Even went to the Vatican, embassy. He was still taken. I mean, I think that even during war, when you run to, even to churches,
yeah, by the dictates of the Geneva Convention.
Exactly. You don't have to be taken. All right. But this is where he runs to the seat of Pope in his own country, and then you go for him. In that circumstance, what did the UN say? Apart from condemning the acts, they failed to even sanction US. All right. US again went to Iraq, 1991, under George Bush. First to expel Iraq from Kuwait, and then in 2003, I think to 2011, they still went back to Iraq just to go and unseat Saddam Hussein.
Wow. The excuse was because of weapons of mass destruction that were being...
Exactly, but which turned out to be untrue.
Looking at the declassified files,
exactly,
yes.
So the question is, why that war in the first place? The same thing has happened in Venezuela. UN is still sitting and watching. I don't know the kind of institution that nations have joined together to form and what offer they are presenting to us, the protection they are giving to us. And I feel that these are some of the reasons that actually collapsed, the World Trade Organization and has weakened its strength over the years. Now we see trade blocs taking over, what WTO should have done. And that is why, the BRICS, have become so powerful. And these BRIC countries, are actually calling the bluff of the US in terms of trade. In fact, per an article that I read, they command over 30% of the GDP of the world now. And you see other countries like Nigeria, South Africa is already in there. Nigeria is struggling to join. Ghana, I think, is equally, making advances to join the BRICS. Now, it will get to a time that if US doesn't take time, all right, this issue of superpower, will become a thing of the past, because obviously country will not feel protected under the US, all right, and they may want to shift and form their own, security institutions. Again, UN should be very decisive when it comes to actions taken by, the US. It appears that I don't know whether it is by financial influence or lack of authority on the part of UN. Anything that US does, UN just accept it, you know. And they take it just like that. They wouldn't even sanction them. They will not speak to the issues as it is. And I feel that it is not really good, you know, for the world, you know, in general, not just Venezuela, you know, but the world in general. And I like the position of Ghana, you know, on this matter. And I think that for me, even Ghana should have gone even more stronger.
Than the statement?
Yes, than the statement that they issued. So I feel that all in all, yes, like Honorable said, you know, the world must not sit aloof and just be watching. You know, it should be condemned. If there is anything that world leaders will come together, you know, to do, to ensure that, you know, this particular action by Trump becomes unpopular, I think that it should be done.
Well,
you know, Roland.
But what on what premise can Russia and China also try to oppose the UN? You know, Russia,
Roland,
Ukraine. Then we also have
Roland,
China,
please.
Taiwan.
On this question, Honorable, please, just a minute. On this question, I feel that Venezuela was betrayed by these two countries.
You see, Roland, I am a socialist at heart. And sometimes I think that, unfortunately, socialism has been at the receiving end around the world for a very long time. Maybe because it does not preach aggression. You know, what I see around the world when you look at the world politics is as if those who are uncomfortable with socialism tend to be more aggressive towards dismantling social setups than socialists do. Socialists are more about, you know, talking, canvassing for support.
Yeah.
But those opposed to it are more about dismantling it aggressively. And I think that perhaps the mindset has to change. Look, clearly what is happening today in Venezuela is not about instilling democracy. Because why? They went to the polls only last year, 2024, and with an election turnout of about 57%, Maduro won by about 51%. Okay. There were challenges, just like there are challenges everywhere. Even in the last American elections, there were challenges. And those challenges were resolved by the Supreme Court, which, you know, some agencies, including the United States, rejected. But the people will always have an opportunity again. We saw it even in the Arab Spring. When it got worse, the citizens themselves had a way of registering their protests and getting change that they deserve. So let us not, you know, be quick to act like the world policeman, especially when we are not doing this so that the world will be safe. We are simply doing this because of the, you know, interest we have in the resources of Venezuela. And I think that it is not just us outside America who are criticizing this. And this is what makes, you know, what has happened dastardly. I've heard leading members of the United States, I'll say the politics of the United States. In fact, Kamala Harris has actually condemned this and also indicated and made the point that I made earlier about this action not making America and its citizens safe. Yeah. And so it is just unacceptable. It is unthinkable. And it's about time that the world leaders come together to, you know, at least put some barriers, put some stop to this reckless behavior of President Trump. The Americans may choose to wait him out, but the world has to be.
How are they going to do that?
Look, you see, what the UN I know, the UN. Listen, the UN. Yes, I'm just wrapping up. The UN I know, the UN I know have not also been that comfortable with Venezuela, you know, for some time now. But that does not justify what the US has done. And so they must be seen to be condemning this act. And it's maybe you are right when you say that Russia and China may have betrayed Venezuela.
They just condemn.
Clearly, I think that they were beginning to show more, if you like, acceptance.
Time is up.
With Chinese politics, and that may have also influenced
right, so I have
America
a couple of,
because of the risk to their petrodollar and all of that.
Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. Alaji Suhini, the Deputy Roads Minister as well as Member of Parliament, then also Lawyer Pierre Dankwa, Dr. Kweku Boahi and Dr. Tutu Boahi as well. This one, Kofi Capito says that there's no evidence that the drugs coming into the U.S. are from Venezuela, but rather Colombia. So why not just go and arrest the...
he says go to arrest Colombia.
Colombia. Well, he's made public statements.
Yeah, he says go to arrest me. Go to arrest me.
Charlie, no one is ever safe. And Elliot Wogbe says that this is as condemnable as it can be and must not be encouraged. And Prince Henry Kofodia said Trump is chewing more than he can bite. The future is pregnant. What is pregnant? Zach has also sent a message. That's okay. How can a democratic country like the U.S. act undemocratic like this? All right. And Shamika,
forgive me. Let me interrupt you a bit and also take this opportunity to wish Beatrice Annan a very, very happy birthday. May God continue to bless her. We in the NDC are very proud of her.
Okay. It's also your birthday. That's Shamiga Pekalechu III, Shamiga of Awudome traditional area. Okay. Wishing you all the best for the day. Happy birthday to you. Now, if you want to look smart and fashionable, visit Ine Woodin Boutique nationwide today. Now, Woodin is offering amazing collection of authentic African fabrics, all ready to wear, all coming in beautiful designs and colors for men and women. With Woodin, you get to be creative. You also get to be versatile with your design. You also get to be confident and show off how truly African you are in Woodin. So go to any Woodin boutique near you today. Get to choose from their variety of trendy products, all meant to complement your style. Follow them on social media, and that is Woodin Fashion. And we also have cash out. It goes with short code *439#. We're told that January is 75 days. We've now spent only 2 days. Forgive me about the date. Today is the 5th of January, but we've only spent 2 days. I mean, literally, by my estimation. There's more school fees to pay, so please make sure you cash out *439#. Become one of those lucky winners as always.
Are you sure we have started January?
We haven't even started. All right. Are you looking for a university that will also prepare your child for the future? Then that university has to be the Academic City University because it's the best choice for you. At Academic City, they also do not just teach, they also get to nurture creators, innovators, and leaders who shape tomorrow's world. Academic City is offering undergraduate programs in engineering, computational sciences, business and communication art degrees, and then they also have the BSc in artificial intelligence and robotics engineering, all being the first and the only one of its kind in sub-Saharan Africa. Now, with their world-class facilities and industry experience faculty, students do not just learn the latest technology, they also get to create it as well. And for working professionals and young graduates, Academic City has got you covered with their MSc programs in cybersecurity and data science analytics, as well as their professional certifications or certificate programs. Now, at Academic City, programs are practical, relevant, and future-focused. Make sure you get onto their social media handles, their website as well, or you can also call them on the number 026-269-3870. All right, you can also check them out on their website. We're taking a break. We'll be right back.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
It was my birthday.
Happy birthday, Roland.
Thank you.
Mwah.
How are you?
Yeah.
I was about Saturday. I was about swerving them. They got me.
Happy birthday,
yeah, thank you.
Papa Rose.
All right, but that was Saturday.
Yeah, well, belated birthday wishes.
Maybe
don't run away from love.
No.
This is a very delicious cake from all of us.
Thank you.
To you, and it's your favorite flavor. What's your favorite flavor?
Oh,
it's there.
Yeah, exactly.
not to embarrass all of us.
How old are you?
I'm 47.
Wow.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Roland.
birthday.
Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless. Oh, let's catch it together.
All right.
Catch it together.
In the name of God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Hip, hip,
To more mischief. To more mischief.
I can feel something is inside.
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks very hard. It feels very hard.
Notes.
Yeah, and yet you tempted me to take
You
it.
have to take a bite.
Okay.
Yeah.
The lady should feed you.
Oh, would you like me to feed you?
Oh, yeah.
That'll be fine.
Wouldn't that be lovely? Oh, I've been waiting for this day for so long. Do you want tea with it? Oh.
No, this is fine.
Oh, so romantic.
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday, Roland. We love you so much. Happy birthday.
Hey, who ordered this? Hey, that's a surprise. Michael, where's Michael? Oh, this is nice.
The rest of them are in the back waiting for you.
Thank you so much.
We're going to go on a quick break.
Delight and Philly.
When we come back, hopefully we'll still be sober.
I never like surprises. I'm here, Elizabeth.
Stay tuned.
Thank you.
And you're welcome back. You're watching TV3 Newday. It's now time for sports. And my favorite Ghana is in the building. Bilishan.
Oh, yes.
What's up?
Oh, 6 points ahead.
Charlie.
We are enjoying
Charlie,
today.
yesterday I was like, oh, thank you, Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Thank you, Chelsea.
Chelsea without a manager.
For doing the Lord's work.
They did a very good job for us. Yeah, today I saw Mauna and I gave him a handshake. I was like,
Egbeta.
Egbeta. He's a Chelsea fan. I said, Mauna, your club has done well.
We are friends.
Yeah, we are going to win the league.
Yes, we are.
And they are helping us.
And yes, we are very happy.
Yes.
We're in a comfortable league.
Yes.
Yes, I saw your post which said that as long as Arsenal is winning, I am happy.
I am very happy.
That's our source of joy.
I am very happy. Yes.
Congrats to us. Anyway, what else is happening in the world of sports?
Unfortunately, on the domestic scene, your heart to focus.
Start with Kotoko. Start with Kotoko.
No, let's start. Hearts lost.
See, we lost to a good team.
Okay.
See, we lost. But,
okay, fair.
But we lost to a good team.
Fair.
So that's okay. But what about Yano?
They also lost.
To who?
Sweden Blacks.
Voila.
But that was the Mediama goal, very well taken goal by Salim Adams, who actually used to play for Hartlepool.
You see, that's why.
Yeah, he decided to have revenge on Hartlepool.
Oh.
And that means that Mediama are currently still top of the Ghana Premier League with 34 points. They are just 2 points above BBNE Gold Stars, who are, of course, current champions and are also in the running to win the league. With regards to both coaches speaking, Didi Ramani did state that Hartlepool didn't deserve to lose, and Ibrahim Tanko was pleased with the victory.
The game, I think that there were so many things devoid of what was happening in the game. The game is not just the players and the coaches. The game is all about the match officials, referees, and everybody who is very involved to play their part so that we can give good football to our viewing public. I didn't say so. I think that we don't deserve to lose. We controlled, greater part of the game. They also had their moments, and I think that they scored a very good goal.
Very important, as you know. I mean, the game was a really tactical game. We have to, dig our mind till the 90th minute. But I think we have most of the ball. We possess very well and then keep controlling the game. I think it's a deserved win for us. No, I think we told them we are doing everything right. The only thing we have to do is to make to use of our chances. And then I think Salim Adams did it very well and 3 points, very happy.
It was a good game, and I think Mediama deserved the win.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mediama deserved the win.
Top team.
But the whole time, I was just praying that, God, as we are losing this game,
Kotoko should also lose.
Yanum should also lose.
And they did.
And the streets were so quiet. Do you see how quiet the streets were yesterday?
Yes.
Because nowhere cool.
So your Facebook people, they didn't.
They were so quiet. Nobody was tagging me. I said, why is it that no one is tagging me? House of Oak has lost. No one is tagging. No one is saying anything. So I said, let me go and check on Yano.
Yano.
Charlie, I went to their Facebook page and their admin. You know the caption their admin had put up for under the post.
Where did you put it?
Defeat. That was all. Defeat. He put up the artwork and the caption was defeat. And I said, are you lost? Are you lost for words?
Oh, Charlie.
Once you know what defeat. If the Kotoko admin is watching us, please, you can't do that. Just write defeat. How will your supporters feel? At least, the game has ended. Unfortunately, we didn't win, but the next one is on Wednesday. The next game is on Wednesday, right? Next game is on Wednesday. We are looking for it. Defeat. Only that. Defeat. How do you say defeat in Chi?
Allah.
How do you say defeat in Chi? In Kukuo. Even if you had written in Kukuo, it would have been better. That's a longer word. Defeat. Say he was lost his voice, he didn't have data. He was in a hurry to get out of the
I think they've picked up from those abroad. So, because some clubs do that. Even in basketball.
Then always do that. But if you are muff, if you are muff when you win, then when you win, just write victory and go. But when you win, you'll be writing things, tagging people. Tagging people.
Won't do that.
Then when you write defeat. So we need data open so that you get out of Facebook.
Yeah, the shots.
Oh no. I felt bad for the supporters of the team.
But you know, there's actually not too bad because some clubs, if they are defeated, they will write the scoreline at some corner, be very tiny.
They did an artwork.
Was
they
it
did
big?
an artwork.
Was it big?
Yeah, the scoreline was at the bottom of the artwork. They did an artwork, and then they used one of the players looking very defeated. Defeat. Anyway, let's take a look at the standings.
Yes, with regards to the standings, as I did mention, Mediama are on top with 34 points. Viviani Gold Star second with 32. Asante Kotoko, even though they lost, still in the running, 30 points. Hearts of Folk are currently fifth on the standings with 28, so not too far. Maybe we can see Hearts of Folk bounce into the top three at some point. At the bottom, we have Brekum Chelsea, Hoho United, and then 11 Wonders. I mean, very terrible season for them so far. Another loss.
Isn't Samatex there somewhere?
Oh, Samatex, they are in the top half.
Yeah.
Okay. They won their game, so I mean, Beatrice should be happy.
Okay.
Yeah, good for Beatrice. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, apart from that, there's also the AFCON, where the round of 16 stage did begin a couple of days ago. We've already seen victories for the likes of Mali. Mali won on penalties. We saw Senegal defeat Kosiapia Sudan as well. Very unfortunate, but Senegal definitely a bigger side. Morocco did defeat Tanzania by 1-0, a very narrow victory, but it was a goal by Brahim Diaz, who happens to have become the first Moroccan to score in 4 AFCON games on the same AFCON.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's been in fantastic form this particular AFCON. Top scorer already scored 4 goals in there. And then there is also Cameroon, who defeated South Africa as well in there. And that means that South Africa did not make it. I mean, the last time they made it to the final for claiming bronze, but they've been knocked out in the round of 16 this time. Cameroon, with all the problems they had before the tournament, they're actually playing very well, which is very good to see. And this is the Senegal versus Sudan game, where Sudan scored first, but Senegal bounced back to win by 3-1.
All right. Let's go to the EPL now. Match day 20.
Yes, I can see the smiles.
Yes.
I can see the smiles.
Arsenal gave us, Chelsea gave us something to smile about, Arsenal, yesterday.
Yes.
After Hearts of Oak made us cry a little bit.
But yeah, Arsenal did defeat Bournemouth by 3-2. They went behind initially, but...
Yeah, because they scored us first.
Yes. Our defender made a mistake at the back.
Yeah, he passed. See, look.
After that, we'll go to World Cup.
Yes. Nice one. Then we just pass. Is it far?
Oh, it's
from London to America. It's fine.
It's fine.
Okay.
So you have to take some long flights. So long flights. But yeah, City drew 1-1 with Chelsea. Fulham also held Liverpool to a 2-2 draw. Disappointing for Liverpool. Brentford defeated Everton 4-2. Newcastle defeated Crystal Palace 2-0. Tottenham drew 1-1 with Sunderland. Leeds 1-1 with Manchester United. Brighton defeated Burnley 2-0. Wolves defeated West Ham 3-0. And Aston Villa defeated Nottingham Forest by 3-1.
All right. Well, that's it for sports. Thank you so much, Billy Shen. And If you haven't cashed out this morning, please do that. Dial star 439 hash. That's how you win cash this month of January. You know you need a little extra money. So dial now star 439 hash. Select option 2 for TV3. And then play more than 25 times. You know, play 40 times and win big on the show this morning. All right? Dial star 439 hash. You have to be a Telecel subscriber or an MTN subscriber in order to win cash out on the show. All right. Shortly, we're going to cross over to the home of the recently deceased Member of Parliament of Ayawaso East, Honorable Mohammed Nasser Toure, for his final funeral rites. So stay tuned. We're still with you. You're watching TV3 Newday. Welcome back. You're watching TV3 Newday. And just as announced earlier, we're going to be crossing over to my colleague, George Quaining, who's on standby at the National Mosque at Kanda, where the burial service of the late Honorable Mohammed Nasser Toure is taking place. Hello, George. Can you hear me?
And as you can see, these are visuals from the National Mosque, and it's the January prayers for the late MP for Ayawaso East. That's Nasser Toure Mahama. And so that very event is scheduled to take place at 10 a.m. And so a lot of guests are here. Most of his colleague MPs are here. Ayawaso West Wogon MP is here. John Dumelo is here. We have the Ghana's ambassador to Saudi Arabia, Sinara, is also here. A lot of them are here. So we're expecting most members of parliament to in their numbers to commiserate with their late colleague. And the late MP died on Sunday, 4th January, at the 37 Military Hospital. And we were told that he took ill on the 25th of December and was rushed to the hospital, and he died on Sunday. And it's quite a sad one. Our constituents have actually come out to pour out their emotions regarding the death of their member of parliament. And there's some sort of by-election in the offing, and so hopefully the Electoral Commission will hold this very by-election and ensure that there's a replacement of the member of parliament in that very constituency. So this is the days for the members of parliament. I'd want to pick some few words from some of the guests that are here. I know the former Greater Accra Regional Minister is here. Oko Vanderpoy is here. I have the regional minister also here with us. Let's pick Linda Oklu's views. Linda, good morning.
Good morning.
You're live on TV3.
Yeah.
What is the relation between you and the late MP?
Thank you so much. First of all, my condolences to the bereaved family, NDC, the entire Ayawaso East, and Greater Accra at large. Nasser has been a pillar of NDC. He's the caucus chairman of the Greater Accra MPs in Parliament. In fact, he doesn't talk. He's a humble person. And his project in the constituency, cannot be, left behind. And you could see the constituent, say a lot of things he has done. Nasser always come to me as a regional minister to ask of slots for his constituents. What I keep on telling Nasser, we all call it. So let's find means of getting slots for our constituents. And this is the enthusiasm of Nasser, making sure that he get what he wants for his constituents. He'll be dearly missed, trust me. He has done in Parliament. He's always seated, he's always present, he's always participating in everything that happens in Parliament. So, Nasser, may his soul rest in perfect peace.
Did you know he was sick?
Yes, for a time. He was absent for 2 weeks, and we were told that he wasn't feeling well. And so we thought this normal feelings because we all fall sick. And we don't come to Parliament. So when I was told within 2 weeks looking for him, just after the season, we were just trying to reach him as a caucus chairman to see the way forward. We couldn't reach him, but later we were told that he wasn't feeling well. So we thought it was just the normal malaria or whatever, or stress. That was what I thought, that it was the normal stress because MPs, we go through a lot, looking at the nature of our jobs. So we thought it was just a normal sickness. Unfortunately, we had a bad news.
Okay, so Linda Oklu is the regional minister, Greater Accra regional minister, sharing her thoughts on the demise of the Ayawaso East MP. So we have Joti here, who is the member of parliament for Po Katamaso. So Joti, what will you remember the late MP for?
Oh, I think he's a good man. Some of us came and they are our seniors, so we look up to them. In fact, just last week, he sent me to go and see the regional minister for an assignment. So after I was trying to reach him so that I'll give him the feedback, but I've not been able to, in fact, get him. So yesterday we heard this sad news. So in fact, we really miss somebody, a great man, because he's our caucus chairman in Parliament. So he's a peaceful person And when he sees you, I mean, the approach alone tells her that he's a good leader. So it's a great loss, and we give condolences to the Beirut family. Yes.
Joe T is a member of Parliament for Port-Kataman, so also a colleague to the late MP. We have the Blokuma South MP here, Alfred Oko van der Poy. Good morning, sir. You're live on TV3. You're live on TV3.
Hello.
You're live on TV3.
Thank you.
What will you remember the late MP for?
Oh, Honorable Nazar was a great man. I can remember him in many ways. In the Chamber of Parliament, he sits on my right. And more often than not, when we are seated, he will look at me, he will wave at me, I will wave at him. And then sometimes if we have caucus matters, because he's the caucus chairman, and he was the caucus chairman, I was the vice. And he will call me, and I will go to him, or I will call him, and he will come to me, and we'll share ideas. And then he will tap me. He said, "Oh, Mayor, you are great," and he will smile. He's always smiling, very calm person, you know. And I remember when my mother died, he would come to my house anytime we will have family meeting, and we had 3 family meetings. He was always there, you know. He would come all the way from his place to Makati here every time, and he was at the funeral. And then after that, he would call me and call the secretary and say, "Oh, Oko, you've lost your mother," and we'll talk and we'll smile over it. I didn't know that we were going to lose him at this time. I have known him since the time when I was mayor of Accra, and he was always working for his constituents. He would come and see me. He would say, "Oh, we have to do this, we have to do that." He was a great man. We've lost a great one, and it is really shocking.
This loss will be a big blow to the party then. It's a big blow to the party.
Yeah, it's a big loss to the party because he was a grassroots person, you know, very, very rooted with the constituency. The people love him. You know, he runs his business very well, and he does well for people. And that is what this is all about, what you can do for people. And he was a unique one in doing it.
So, Ablekwa South MP then, Alfred Oko van der Poy, he says the late MP was a grassroots person, and so this loss, of course, is a big loss to the party. And we have the CEO of Cocoa Board with us, Ampofo with us. Good morning. I just want to pick some few thoughts from you. Good morning. Thanks for coming. You're live on TV3, and I know you represent the NDC party. What does this very loss mean to the party?
The passing of Honorable, it's a very sad event because I personally didn't hear of his ailment, but it's one of my very good friends. I've worked with him for a very long time as national chairman of the party. I was there when he won his seat first into Parliament, and then second term again. And so I've been a very close ally of the Ayawaso constituencies, the Ayawaso North and Ayawaso East, for a very long time as national organizer for 10 years. So I'm very well known to the constituency, and I have very good friends in the constituency. I work with Honorable Ahmed Mustafa. I've worked with several of the leaders of the party in the constituency. But I saw in Honorable Nazar a very unassuming, a very honest, a very, simple person, but very effective in terms of having a hand on his constituency. It's a constituency that he had absolute support, and so he won with over 70% of the votes. And when you see him as a very quiet person. You wonder what he does to be able to keep the constituency. But one of the things that I can say is that he's a very generous person, very resourceful person. I remember at a point in time, he gave me a blank check and said that, Chairman, anytime you are traveling, I have these 1, 2, 3 filling stations. Depending upon which direction that you are going, go to that filling station, let them fill your fuel tank for you. And that is the kind of selfless person that Honorable was. And so his death came as a very big shock. But we believe that God knows best, and we pray that the Almighty God will grant him Jannatu Firdaus, and that those of us who are left behind must emulate his example of selflessness, simplicity, unassumingness, and his ability to go down to earth and then serve his people. He's a very grassroots person, but very resourceful person. And I believe that we should be able to continue the good work that he has done and hold firm the Ayawaso North constituency.
Talking about the seat, there are some politicians that say it's a safe seat for the NDC. How do you feel about that?
It's absolutely a safe seat for the NDC. And I can assure you that the challenge we will have is getting a very smooth primaries to get somebody to represent the NDC. Retaining the seat will not be a difficulty. But for now, I want to focus on the one who we have lost and pay tribute to him and to pray to the Almighty God to grant him peace and to grant him Jannatu. The rest will follow.
Ofosu Ampofo is the former chairman of the NDC and currently the CEO of Cocoa Board. And like you also mentioned, Nazir was a grassroots person, and so this loss, of course, is a big one to the party. But I would want to speak to the press secretary of the late MP, and for his first term, he was his press secretary, and the late MP, of course, actually is the fourth term MP, and so most of his colleagues are here, MPs are here, people that he's worked directly with are here, constituents are here in their numbers to commiserate with the family, among others. But let me still see if I can talk to you. You're live on TV3, and what is your relation with the late MP?
Yes, I'm with NADMO. I'm the director of disaster volunteer groups. Here is his constituency, where the NADMO headquarters is located. NADMO is having a lot of activities. He's very instrumental to support that thing. Recently, we had a disaster volunteer group activity that we are to activate in this constituency. He and the MC, they were very instrumental. They have finished forming their DVGs. They are ready to take off. We were to settle a date and do the training for them because of the Zongo thing, so that we can reduce some of things.
Let me just tell viewers, so the Minister for Communication, Sam George is here. He just arrived, and so we'll try and see if we can pick some few words from him. But I'll come to you. So Ahmed is the press secretary to Abdul Salam, is the press secretary to the late MP, his first term in office for 4 years. And working with him, how was the relation like?
In the first place, when we find ourselves in this situation of calamity, we begin everything we say by saying Inna Lillahi wa Inna Ilayhi Rajiun, which means we acknowledge that we came from Allah and to Allah is our return. So we acknowledge that this fate of demise of Honorable Nasir Muhammad Ture is a decree of Allah. We accept it, but it's a difficult one. I will describe Honorable Nasir Muhammad Ture as somebody with a genuine and sincere heart for development, for humanitarian support, and for the empowerment of his people and community.
So when was the last time you saw him before he died?
I think about 2 months ago, we met in the community together when he supported students that were going to the secondary school with some educational materials and logistics. But normally what I do is, whenever it's end of the year, we do kind of a review together. So I send him a message to give him a feedback. So the last time I sent him a message and I didn't really get a reply was the 1st of January 2026. And I was wondering, normally, typically Honorable is very responsive. And then until yesterday when we had the very sad news of his demise.
Like I already mentioned, Ahmed is a special aide. That was his first term in office. So the MP, the late MP, actually is a fourth term MP, and so that was his press secretary. If you just tune in, you're coming to you live from the National Mosque. This is where the Janaiza prayers will be taking place. So right after the prayers, the late MP his remains will be taken to the Medina Muslim Cemetery for interment. And so TV3, of course, will bring you all the live coverage, the update that you need to know about this very interment and Janaiza prayers for the late MP for Ayawaso East. And we would want to talk to more of the guests that are here. We want to go on to the MP days. I saw Sam George, like I already mentioned, he was here. I want to talk to Sam George. Professor John Gachi here with me. Professor John Gachi is live on TV3. Want to pick his words. We only see him on TV, but this is me catching him in real person. Prof, good morning. Welcome to TV3. What was the relation you had with the late MP?
Well, he's a board member of Energy Commission, which I chair. He is the chairman of the subcommittee on human resource. So that's why I'm here.
So what will you remind him of?
Well, I think he's calm, affable, and firm in his disposition. He does his work accurately, but with noticeable firmness. That is what we know about him.
I want to believe you guys are on constant communication. When's the last time you heard from him?
I think end of last year. But some colleagues spoke to him on Thursday.
Professor John Gachi is the Dean of the University of Cape Coast Business School, and he actually was cool with the late MP, sharing his fondest memories of the MP. So the National Chief Imam is supposed to, he's the one going to hold the prayers. That will be in the next few minutes. And we want to get more interviews before that it really takes place. And he'll be coming to have the Janaiza prayers. And just in a matter of few minutes, he will be here. But let's still see if we can talk to some few people that are here, especially the MPs. I saw Sam George. Okay, so that's Sam George. Let's see if we can pick some words from Sam George live on TV3. And Sam George is here with us. So Sam is live here. I just want to talk about you are live on TV3. Just 1 minute. So
okay. So we should move to the front.
1 minute. So the last time I saw you was. So Sam George is right here. The last time I saw Sam George was on TV3 presenting the midday news, and here he is in person to commiserate the families of the late MP for Ayawaso East. Honorable, good morning. You almost took my job last week, but that's good. But thanks for coming. But what was the relation you had with the late MP?
Honorable Naza was vice chairman of the caucus at the time when I was caucus secretary. When the new parliament started, I was secretary and he became chairman because our chairman Neil Ante van der Poy was no longer there. And then when I was appointed minister, I had to leave that position. But this was my chairman of my caucus. It was someone who we had fantastic relations with. I was just telling my colleagues that about 4 weeks ago, his wife and I were in a meeting in my office. No indication whatsoever that he was going to be leaving us this soon. It's still surreal. When I got the message yesterday, still couldn't believe that had happened. But Naza was a cheerful spirit, someone who was calm, and it's just sad. It's just sad.
I hear he's a deep-rooted grassroots person. It means this is a big blow to the party then?
Absolutely. I mean, he's chairman of the biggest caucus in Parliament. The Greater Accra Caucus is the biggest caucus in Parliament. He's our chairman. He's very soft-spoken, a man of very few words but action. His work is on the ground. He moves the ground in ways that only a master and a professional could do it. And it's really sad. We've lost a big pillar in the region. The region is going to feel his loss.
This grand service is the by-elections. How convinced are you that you guys will take this? We know it's a safe seat for the NDC, but how convinced are you?
I want us to focus on paying respects to our departed comrade. I want us to focus on commiserating with the family and his young kids. By-elections are a consequence of the legal process. When we get there, we'll discuss that. But today, our focus is on the soul of our departed brother.
Honorable Sam George is the Member of Parliament for Ningo Pram Pram and the Minister for Communications, Digital Technology and Innovations. And he also added to the fact that the late MP is a grassroots person, and so his absence, of course, is a big blow to the party. And like I rightly mentioned, in some few minutes, the Chief Imam will be here to hold the prayers. But let's still engage the people that matter to get some.
The guy at the back, Bedra, he's the chairman of the committee.
So we'll still talk to them, and before the Chief Imam arrives here. So So, Mr. Bridger, we were in Predias last time. I know you're the chairman for the energy committee. So, he is part of your committee. This is a big loss to your committee.
Yeah, it's a big loss to the committee, to Parliament, to the good people of Ayawa So East, as well as to the Parliament of Ghana and Ghanaians. My colleague, who is also my vice chair, the vice chair of the Energy Committee, has been my source of strength and pillar. I say so because this is my first time of being on that committee, the Energy Committee. He has been there for all his fourth term. I'm a fifth timer, but he has been there since his 2013 when he came to Parliament, being a member of that committee. And so almost all the things that we used to do, he's a strength that we draw from when we need some explanation and also knowledge about historical knowledge of the committee. And today, he's no more with us. We just pray that God will comfort the family, God will comfort the entire constituency, and God will comfort Parliament as well. I must add that Hamza Nasser is not the violent type. People see him as a quiet person. Yes, that is demeanor. But when it comes to the committee work, he has depth knowledge of the committee. And so when I'm not there, anytime I travel, he takes over as the chair of the committee. May his soul rest in perfect peace.
Most of the people that I engage made me aware that he's very benevolent. Did that reflect in his work?
Yes, it does. In fact, if you see Hamza at the committee level, you will know very well that he has the depth knowledge of the committee, of the workings of Ministry of Energy and Green Transition. Apart from that, he's the type who gives freely. As for his benevolency, he's very, up to that. He's not given to violence. Very, very calm person. You don't see him fighting with anybody on the committee. And when things are not right, he tells you straightforward, this one there, we don't do it like that. Let's go to the standing orders. Let's go to the arts, that give birth to whichever institution that we are working with. NASA is just a gem that we shouldn't have lost. But well, God knows better.
Thank you so much. Mr. Bajra is the chairman of the Energy Committee of Parliament, and he actually was a chairman to the late MP. If you just tuned in, we are coming to you live from the National Mosque here at Kanda in Accra. We are bringing live visuals from the Janaza prayers for the late MP for Ayawasu East. But I just want to read some legal matters for you regarding the loss or the death of the late MP. So per the law, it said that Article 112, Clause 5 of the 1992 Constitution states that when a vacancy occurs in Parliament, the Clerk of Parliament shall notify the Electoral Commission in writing within 7 days after becoming aware that the vacancy has occurred, and a by-election shall be held within 30 days after the vacancy occurred, except that when the vacancy occurred through the death of a member, the by-election shall be held within 60 days after the occurrence of the vacancy. Like I rightly mentioned, a by-election is in the offing, so right after the Janaza prayers, that will take place in days after this one. But TV3, of course, will just bring you everything exclusive that you need to know about this and many more. We are live on Facebook, TV3 Ghana. Let's know what you make of this very service. Engage us, hopefully with your comments and share them to the rest of the world. Let's still talk to the people that are here. Not John.
And that's my colleague, George Queenie, coming to us from the National Mosque located at Kanda. It's the burial service of the late Member of Parliament for Ayawaso East, Honorable Mohammed Nasir Toure. Now, this service is still ongoing and we'll continue to bring you visuals as and when is possible. Now, if you just joined us and you cashed out this morning, you dial star 439 hash, it's time to win some money. If you dial star 439 hash, it's time to win some money. You have to be on MTN or Telecel to win. This is our first winner for the day. We've got 1,000 cedis for you. If your phone number is 054-6676****, congratulations. Please check your phone. You've just received 1,000 Ghana cedis, all right? Check your phone, you've just received 1,000 Ghana cedis. Now, Optima Solar Systems offers reliable solar energy solutions in Ghana, including solar panels, lithium batteries, water heaters, water pumps, and solar-powered CCTV. They also provide installation, ongoing maintenance, repairs, and even comprehensive solar insurance against theft, fire, flood, and more. Flexible payment plans are available to you as well. Their services suit homes, farms, businesses, helping customers cut down electricity bills and gain energy independence and support the environment. You can give them a call today. Call them on 030-824-9900 or 050-502-3472. You can also check out their website on www.optimasolarsystems.com. On social media, you can find them on Instagram and on Facebook at Optima Solar GH. And you can connect with them live there. They'll be happy to assist you. Now, if it's your birthday today, we're wishing you a very happy birthday. Still belated birthday wishes going out to Roland Walker here at TV3, our resident fine boy on the New Day team. And to all our birthday celebrants today, we're wishing you a very, very happy birthday. All right, can we see our birthday celebrants? All right, Mrs. Rahel Tay, God bless you. We love you, Mommy. And that's from Luna and Refuel Tay. Winfred Afi, God bless you and keep you. Happy birthday. And that's from Philip to you. Sergeant Ahachi Elvis Selassie, happy birthday to you again from Philip. May the Almighty God bless you. Mama Kolozo the Third. Mama Kolozo the Third, Queen Mother of Bando Gabi, Bisiaku Royal Clan. Wishing you peace and grace from Skido to you. Noazate of Hohoi, happy birthday from Gifty Constancia to you. Lucy Esinam, nurse at Jaasekan, God bless you, happy birthday, Lucy. Emmanuel Nana Kwame Asari, we love you, from your sisters Mavis and the entire family. Caris Enam Akins of Harry, God bless you, little one, from your parents and siblings. Felicia Obenewa Mensa, God bless you, happy birthday, from Uncle Joshua here at TV3, going out to you. Obim Pesera, God bless you, from Judith. Linda Nyamiche of GCB in your name branch, God bless your new age. Chiamega Afeke Lechu the Third, Chiamega of Awudome traditional area, God bless you. And this is from Roland Walker, the birthday boy, going out to you. Our own Malik Basintali, we haven't seen you in the studio for a while now, but we're wishing you a very happy birthday from Idi Amin to you. Happy birthday, Malik. Mrs. Frida Aye, happy birthday from Mrs. Lydia Opoku to you. Mama Florence Akoto of Calvary Women's Fellowship, from your children to you. Miss Ivana Holyfield of Bing, happy birthday from Obaya to you. Miss Erica Asari of Calvary YAF, happy birthday to you. Gwendolyn, happy birthday, Gwendolyn. May your days be bright and your dreams come true, from Mommy to you. Felix Abole, enjoy your new chapter of this life. From Mavis now, Mele, Boy, Bokete to you. Angela Meduas, Medadaus, Badohu, I beg your pardon. Angela, happy birthday, Angela. From Bishop Matthias of the Anglican Diocese in Ho. Paparo, that's the picture, resident fine boy. Happy birthday to you from all of us here at Media General and TV3 Newday. To you, that's it for our birthday celebrants. Today, if it's your birthday and you didn't get a shout on the show, this is a special one from me to you. Happy birthday. That's our show for today. We'll be back tomorrow with another edition of TV3 Newday. My name is Nashako. I've been on today with Roland Walker. Enjoy the rest of our programs. Goodbye.
wanting no reason. Still I've been too fast,